Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I don't think I've heard that song before.
You like it, right? I've been
Yeah,
playing.
it's actually a good rhythm. I think you're
Yeah.
getting me hooked on this stuff.
Well,
You're bad. You're a bad
my
influence.
friend. That is my friend. His name is George. George
Oh,
Carroll.
okay.
Yep, and he's
That's
from.
even better.
His they call him Slane. That's his rapper. That's his rapper name. But his real name is George. I know him.
Sling.
But yeah,
Okay.
he's from Boston, and he's one of the best Boston rappers.
See, that's
Yeah, he's
better
one
than
of
the
the best
stuff I hear
Boston,
coming out mainstream.
and he's
sure.
real. He's real. I grew up with him. I know him from the neighborhood. You know what
It's
I'm
not
saying?
really
Like,
my style of music, but that's not irritating. It's a really good beat. And
he raps with the Boston accent. And I love it. I love it. So
it's way better than mainstream, dude. Tell him
it's not mainstream.
him.
He's not mainstream. Yeah.
No, I know. I said it's better than mainstream.
Better.
That's why they won't take him. It's too good for them.
Yeah. Well, he has a few mainstream songs. Like he was doing some stuff in Cypress. And yeah,
got a little boost there. That's cool.
Everlast. Yeah, he did a group, but he was in a group with Everlast. But you know,
but he didn't sell out.
No, he's still underground. But he was in a bunch of movies. He made a lot of money. He was in Martin Scorsese's movie. He was in Gone Baby Gone. He was in a movie called Gone Baby Gone. He was in a movie called The Town. I went to the party for the Gone Baby Gone. He had a huge party. When he was in the Gone Baby Gone movie, he had a huge party. There's this place in Boston called The Good Life. It's like a bar, but it's like a bar that people can rent out for parties. But it's like, you know, it's upstairs, it's a bar, downstairs, it's like a club. You know, he rented it out, dude.
Party.
He had this huge party. He was in the movie, like the first movie or the second movie he was in. It was right before he started like taking off. Dude, he had this huge party at The Good Life. Me and my friends went. We hung out with him. Dude, he stood on top of a bar stool and he rapped just with like 20 people in there. You know what I mean? Just did a whole show, like just standing up. Like it was good. And then afterwards he had an after party and it went all night until like the next day. You know what I mean? It was like he brought everybody back to his house, like at his house. Like he brought everybody home. He was like, all right, after party. You know?
All you young kids and whippersnappers, come on over here.
Yeah, so that was fun. But I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited because you guys really made me feel good tonight. Like I feel like I have a lot of people supporting me right now. Like it's
Thank you for saying that earlier. I cut you out. I just had to know if you got the video.
No, I know.
By the way, how'd you download that so quick? How'd you get it so quick? You're awesome.
From my end, it was amazing. It was like, oh my god, everything just started happening all at once. All right, we got Sue Finelli.
You're a ninja. That's how
Sue Finelli over in San Francisco sending me, like, she sent me like 30 videos I got right now, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
She's out doing boots on the ground. It's still daytime where you are, right? You're over there. It's still daytime, right?
It was at that time.
Yeah, it was. Now
it's got dark. It just got dark a little bit ago.
You know what I mean? She was out when it was nighttime here. She was out in the daytime sending me videos. Bill Miller's getting a bunch of crucial things done that I needed him to get done. I couldn't even believe it. He's like, boom, boom. Everybody was sending me texts at the same time. You were working on something. Everybody was working so hard to get this show going tonight. I don't know maybe it's because it's Saturday night. Everyone was excited. And it made me feel good.
I met that, dude. I met your challenge. He said, make this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make that. Okay.
It makes me feel like I got the right.
And then Bill met your challenge. We met your challenges.
Well, anyway,
you gotta challenge us more.
So we got this. We got this.
Nice.
We got this one. Play the other ones too. I got them all here.
Great Fire.
No, don't play my failures. It's like showing my bad artwork.
All right, so you just want this one. This is the one we're using. I can't.
Yes, that's much better.
If just in case you guys are wondering what we're going to be talking about, I can't hear you, Bill.
How about now?
Now. Yeah.
No, oh, my bad. Singe, what was the? I'm always interested in the artistic thought process of projects. How did that project come to be? Did you envision it in your head, and that's how it came out, or tell me a little bit about that piece?
Oh, Ray gives me the topic, so I take the word. And you know how, like, when you're a kid, or even currently, if you draw, like, draw the word ice, you draw it like an ice cube, right? So I'm kind of doing the same thing, which is really cool because it makes you learn, forces you to learn to do it.
We used to do that when we were kids. We used to draw like Larry Bird with like bird wings.
Right, kind of like that. Or was the word fly? Yeah, it would have feathers or something.
Right.
So on this one, I just followed a few tutorials, but I kind of mixed 3 tutorials together, and then figured out some stuff on my own, and like started.
Yeah. Those tutorials come in so handy. I mean, wow, good job on that. And I found
I can show you 5 minutes now.
Oh yeah, please do. I'm really interested in it. I've found that if somebody is willing to take the time to watch the tutorials, that tells a lot about the person's desires and passions to want to learn more, because some people just will not watch tutorials, even though it could help them. They just want to do it on their own. But the person that takes the time,
hit pause and then go over here and do it. And if you can't remember, you just go back. Now, back in the day, this is how we learned music. We would take the tape and play it and listen to it and try to copy the chord and hear it with our ears. Maybe we'd have some sheet music or something. Oh yeah, it was great if you had the sheet music and the tape. You just rewind to get somewhat close, When the internet came along and they had tablature and I could visually see it, skyrocketed, because that's how my mind worked.
Tablature for music, you're talking about? Yeah, for guitar. Yeah, once I could look up any song I wanted on Google in tablature.
Oh, I know this song by heart.
After that,
right? Because
then you learn it.
It's the artistic side as opposed to the mathematical side, where they can just write it out and they're like weird nerds.
And now they actually have people demonstrating how to play the song along with the tablature, and they have like 3 different people doing it in like 8 different styles, and you can figure out which one works best for you.
That's cool. That's their thing to show you. They're like, I'm so good. Well, this year I'll show you. It's like, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah. So is Sue here? Sue's here. Did you
make some of them are teachers too, where they're just like, well, I'll make some videos too.
We got.
Let's see what we got. That's right. We're on the internet. Hi, chat.
Yeah, we're live. We got Sue Finelli. We got Ryan. We got Jess Palmer. We got the Samoan.
Would you like me to send you the link I learned from, or would you like me to just teach you? I'll send you the links I learned from, and then I'll show you how to. There, tall people.
All right. Well, we got Mojo Shop. We got Mystery Schooler, Badfish Bear, Jen T. Murphy, Kim Ray, Jess Palmer. Who else do I see? All right. I don't know. Well, that's good. All right. So.
Mommy, I see chat people.
I don't know if I said this already, but there was so many people doing so much awesome work today to get this show. We have an awesome show tonight. We're gonna go over Boston. We're gonna go over the Great Fire, before the fire, after the fire, what it looks like during the fire when everything was destroyed. We had Sue Finelli.
Nice.
She did boots on the ground, San Francisco today. She found pavement glass. Sue Finelli found pavement glass today, and
pavement glass.
And she went to where the fairgrounds of where the World's Fair was, the San Francisco World's Fair, and she sent me in a bunch of cool stuff, and I have it all ready to go. So we'll probably look at San Francisco first, and then we'll get into Boston, and so it was just amazing. Like I had Michelle's cell phone going, and I had like Bill Miller working, syngeman, Sue, they're all boots on. She's out filming, and everything was just coming in all at once. And if you guys could see it from my point of view,
what's the word for the person who does the outside work?
It's amazing.
Anyway,
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
We're in the office.
He's in Milwaukee.
She's out in the field. We're in the
California.
office.
And we're just. I'm in Boston. And I got pictures coming in from Cali when it's still daylight over there, and it was nighttime here, and it was just amazing. So,
speaking of Boston, Ray, look behind me.
I was looking at that wonderful background.
That's cool.
Is that a green screen?
Yeah, that's Boston. Oh, I know right where that is. That's
OBS
that building. That building right there. That's Commonwealth Ave, dude. That's Com Ave. That's Com Ave behind you right there, dude. Yeah. Commonwealth Ave. Yep.
Hey, is that greeting?
Greetings.
Green screen or?
It is a green screen. Yeah. Yeah.
It looks good. Mine on this computer. Mine won't work. I lost mine, so it's all good. All right, I
want one of those. That was fun. You gotta get a computer running for that thing. So.
Didn't you have one up on your wall, Singe? I thought I saw on your wall.
It's a green.
Oh, it's a green blanket
cloth for.
Oh, cloth.
What is it, like parties and stuff?
I see.
What do you call it? Tablecloth.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And
it might work.
Throw it up there as a joke, but I was like, it would probably work if you had it centered in the back.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
It would work somewhat better. I heard that almost anything works.
Screen. All right, I'm a little slow tonight. All right, I'm just trying to think of what there's more than one way to share your screen.
One of those NASA blue screens with the white grid.
Yeah.
Where you're standing in front of it in that one shot where you get busted. It's like busted.
I have no idea what order these are in, so they might be kind of mixed up. But this was Sue Finelli. This was her trip today.
Later.
Let's see.
Did you know about the Disney Imagine?
There she is.
Oh, there she is. We'll talk about it.
Shout out to Sue Finelli. Yeah, she's in the chat.
Hi,
look.
Hello.
So that's where she was today.
Motorbike
look how beautiful that is in the background. Look at the mountains and stuff. I don't have mountains where I am. It's a Gracie scooter.
Yeah, she's got some shredding going on. Look at that. Wow, she's so hip.
It's cool.
That's awesome.
So she actually went out today and did a lot of filming and she's beautiful at filming. You should see this. It's way better than anything I could ever do. So this was one of her videos. We're gonna just go over them and see what we got. I really have no idea. She was in the fairgrounds where the World's Fair used to be too. So that's coming. Let me get this bigger. Come on. Making me stretch you out. All right.
Good job.
So this is like this is like a brick. Yeah, you see the windows at the bottom? Hold on.
I have a collection of bricked up windows I'm sending you.
You see that? Those windows look like they could be doors, right? Oh, definitely. That's a door, but it looks like it could be a window.
I'm going to put them up as a link right now.
What do you got, Singe? What are you putting up? All right. So that's just a quick one. We're going to go through it. Let's see what we got. So this is the second one. I'm just going to go in order. Otherwise, I'll just lose track of what I got. It's going to do this to me. It's going to... I love my computer. All right. Of course, it's going to do this. I'm going to have to go back and start and do it again. I'm getting to know this machine. It's a little slow, but I'm getting to know how it behaves. This video must be longer. Yeah. Here we go. So those are the boats. San Francisco Bay, or what is... It looks like the ocean. Well, the water's nice and flat and level.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Unusual, though, because usually I see it curving in a large arc. There's usually like boats above me in an arc.
Oh, yeah?
On the water. That's funny. Imagine it was like, hey, Now I put a link in chat if you'd ever, when you finish hers or build
Yeah.
or whatever. When you got an empty space, you just click that link.
What is it?
It's more bricked up windows. My little collection I got today of bricked up windows.
Oh, cool.
I got addicted. I was like, look at all these bricked up windows. They're everywhere.
It might disappear. It might disappear. If you might have to put it in again. But
oh, I could easily put it in. I have it saved right now on my little fingertip.
All right. I'm just trying to get this thing to play. Well, it's really gonna make me do this, huh? I can tell what it's gonna make me do. It's gonna make me like shut it and open it again. Oh, here we go. All right. So this is where she was. This is huge. I'm gonna get it up. This is the World's Fair. This is the grounds where the San Francisco World's Fair was. Look. 1915 World's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco. Mm-hmm. The 9-month fair highlighted new innovations such as airplanes, electric lighting, I can't even make it out, mass production. So it was a big expedition, inventions and all kinds of technology and shit, right? Stereotypes. Well, that's what they say it was. So there it is. Look, that's all. Pause it. So that's like you can still see the structure, still some structures left, right? That's where it was. Well, that's where all these beautiful buildings were.
Look how far you can see.
Yeah, look at that, huh? I know. That should all be under the curve. You can see way out into the distance. Into the distance. All right. So. All right. Boom. Moving right along.
Nice. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I can't believe my computer's really going this slow tonight. It's usually
sometimes
great. Fast.
No, person.
You think so? You think it's doing great?
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, let me go back out. Go back in. All right, what was this one?
Hello, cat.
Yeah, that was Alice.
Alice
the cat. Yeah, she died. I got to change it and put up something better, but I'll leave it for now.
Alice, truly looking glass.
So this thing is like this was probably there still from then, right? You guys think you think this is new?
Well, I thought there was some speculation that it was torn down and then rebuilt, because it does get kind of confusing when you're talking about San Francisco, because, they say the entire city burned down and you see those overhead images and everything's just burnt to a crisp. But then shortly after that, everything's back up and running. It's just, it's hard for me to figure out what happened, because how did they build
it's in a
city?
cheaper manner, maybe not as well than a lot of spots, obviously.
It could be, but I mean, even the area that was hardest hit by the fire, we'll call it, has some of the best looking old world architecture. Like, either we're talking about building techniques that aren't being shared with us or they don't use anymore, but I mean, one thought is they can just plunk up these things in no time if we follow the mainstream narrative. I mean, because San Francisco is completely leveled, right?
Well, I mean, it takes 200 people to build a brick building, right? Like back in the day, like one of those, about roughly, right? Like that's what I heard. Well, that's what someone said recently.
I think that's the kind of stuff we should be would be helpful. Is like, how long does it take one group of people to build a building, right? And then break it down. But I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of buildings, in some cities.
Yeah. that's why I want to show the Boston before, before the fire, to show how many buildings were actually there. I was at the Museum of Science the other day, and I ran out of my camera died, my phone died, but I seen some pictures at the bus stop there of Boston from 1850. Area. It was from. They said it was from the Boston Public Library archive, and it was aerial photos of Boston in 1850 before the fire. And that gave me. I seen all the buildings, and that just it gave me the idea that to look at Boston before and after the fire and stuff like that. Just to compare it. This is really being sold in it.
Where'd you watch that? I mean, which guy?
No, I seen it at myself at the train station. I seen a picture, and I was looking, and I was like, wait a minute, that Boston, the Boston from 1850, looks like a completely different city from what we have now. So how, like what Bill said, like how quick did they do it? How did they do it so quick? And what the fuck is going on? Because it's like they didn't even have electricity, dude. They had like horse and buggies and chisels and shit. They didn't have all right. I looked up at this huge building.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I looked up at this huge building that they're building now, right? And there's this huge crane, dude. The thing is way, way, way high up in the sky. And Michelle looked up at it and was like, and we were both staring at it, the crane, and we were like, if they didn't even have cranes like that back then, how did they build buildings that big? Like it makes no sense. Tackle.
I mean, I'm just telling you. What they claim is block and tackle levers and wedges built the entire world. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if we follow the mainstream narrative, it was just it was things being delivered on carts, and guys worked overtime and built the city back in a short period of time. But outside the mainstream narrative, one way I've noticed that when I'm researching cities that have burned down or a new building is going up, I've seen them reroute the railway lines right down the middle of the street so that the train can deliver the building supplies. But then still you got to get it up to the top of the building, but say they did employ trains. I mean, still you're going to need a really highly organized troop of people, basically. I was telling somebody, I used to work and I sometimes do still work as a stagehand for the stagehand union, where when a big concert comes to town, we go down there in the morning and we unload all the trucks, and then all day we unload the trucks, and then we assemble all of the stuff like the lighting, the speakers, the sound system, the stage, right?
That's what. You do that. You know how to set up all the sound, the stage, everything. You're one of those dudes that come in for the band and set everything up.
I've done over 100 concerts. Yeah, and I was telling. You met famous people, like all the. Yeah. Well, they frown on that. Like if in the union, they're like, don't be seen approaching the artists or anything and trying to get a photo. We're professional. Just stay.
Because it's understandable because they don't deal with it all day, right?
Just play it cool, just act like natural.
Yeah. I did see some weird shit though, but I didn't go up and introduce myself or anything like that.
I've heard that about the guys that work in this places, security, whatever. They all but you're not building anything. You're setting stuff up.
Once we make it big,
not building anything.
I'll have you tune my. You'll come out and you can tune my guitar for me. Set it up on the stage, Bill. You can make sure the whole stage is good.
Well, my point, I guess my idea was there's roadies that go with the show from city to city to city, but at each city they're met by an army of workers, right? So there's off the roadie bus, there's probably 8 or 9 guys that know where exactly everything goes, right? And they spread those out, and those guys get assigned like 20, 30 people, right? So if there's a group that knows how to do stuff and you went to another place and you had the raw materials, all you would have to do is just tell people, point at stuff, and people know how to do it, right? So one of my thoughts is that there was just like some like caravan of construction company that would go around from city to city and, you know, employ they're like, oh, look at these plans that we have. We could build you this, we could build you that, and then you just need
that reminds me of something big time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into weird zone. Ready?
Okay.
So you there's these little people called the Menahuans.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Serge.
The
little people.
You want me to go? Okay. There's these little people called the Menahuans.
Uh-huh.
And they're in Hawaii. I'm probably saying it wrong. And there's other elves and gnomes have been known.
Homunculus?
No, Menahuans.
Okay.
I'll get the right pronunciation later. But there's other like elves and gnomes and stories that are known. It's like Santa's elves, right? They have particular tasks that they're best at.
Uh-huh.
And in the folklore, they have particular tasks they're best at, and that's how they built those the heads and some of the buildings too. They say. And so I'm wondering what would that apply to giants as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a deeper knowledge of. I think I'm
humans.
Speculating. I'm just thinking that what's missing is how the work was done. We don't often see the entire process. Like, I think that the building method is being hidden in some instances. It's like, oh yes, we know this way where we can get these group of people together and we're really good at it. And if we all work on the same page, we can throw up this building in a couple of days, right? I mean, it's just because. And
did they vibrate on another frequency like UFOs and stuff?
If they could lift the heavy stuff,
fast. I can't see a logical viewpoint. I'm trying to find the actual weird zone.
Well, now here's another weird. If you want to go into the weird zone, Singe, here's another one. Okay, so you got this traveling construction caravan of people that build, but along with them, they take dirigibles, airships, blimps. that are heavy lift.
That's beautiful.
That can, as you build the building up, you don't have to carry the stuff up there. You just have your dirigible do the heavy lifting and have it hover over, and you could probably anchor it somehow. Maybe you could, just speculating, maybe they used heavy lift dirigibles to deliver the heavy building materials on the upper floors.
Mm-hmm.
I can't prove it. It's just speculation.
I just got an idea, dude.
I saw UFOs. The day I saw UFOs, everything was on the table off the point. Bam. Like, okay,
that's what I probably.
They're real. I'm stupid for being a skeptic. All this shit. I was such a skeptic. I was like, nah, it's not real.
What's up, Ray?
I was just thinking about something about this.
Oh,
I probably, instead of going in and out of this player every time, once it plays, I should just let it see if it'll go to the next video without me having the and it'll probably go smoother, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna, because right now it's making me shut it and open it.
Oh, let me look at your screen.
Right now it's busting my balls.
It says play all up in the corner. Do you see that?
Does it? Does it, Singe? Where? Oh yeah.
Up in the bar.
All right. Let's see what it does.
I'm a genius. I can read.
Yeah. All right. Oh, no,
it makes a smaller window. Yeah. Smaller window.
Make it didn't work. Wait, let's see. What, do you think the window is too big? No, I need a bigger window.
I'm saying if you have a smaller window,
can you you can maximize from there though? You can maximize. Just hit the maximize.
So what you gotta do is
hit it between the red. See the red X in the upper right. Hit that one. Yeah.
See, I just don't know how to use a computer, guys. That's the problem.
Now you do. You're learning.
Yeah, but I don't think the computer's as bad as I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks, but I think it's me that's making. not doing it. That's not working it right.
Shape up or ship out, computer.
All right. So what does it say? Play previous. Go to library. Go to library. Right.
No. Look at the bottom. What's the on the bottom? What's the bottom?
Down at the bottom, Ray. Down at the bottom. See where? If you got rid of that screen,
I got to
get rid of the.
Yeah, I get rid of it.
Okay, when that's gone.
I lost it again.
I'm bugging with him now.
We'll do it on the next time. That was my fault.
I think I got a hack for the next one.
Me too. That's on that bottom bar, isn't it? And also, you can't just click, select all, and then play.
I don't know, but
so while you're figuring it out,
way over.
That's the thing with computers. There's usually like 5 ways to do something.
Okay. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Look what you got there! Oh my god, I want one of those things.
I gotta tell you about.
That's some video editing going on.
My friend Tyler from California sent this to me.
I need one of those. I don't need one of those, but for great editing, I would need one of those. Wow, it's nice.
He does. He lives out in Santa Barbara, and his a business. He does clear outs where they have to go to old people who get evicted from their house or their apartment or whatever. And he has to go, him and his buddy, and they have to go dig everything out and throw it in the dumpster. And he comes across all sorts of stuff. But he came across this little camcorder and he sent it to me because he knew, he's like, hey,
those are nice.
I mean, yeah. I said, yeah, I could sure put that to use.
Yes, Melanie Moran is here. What's up? It's awesome.
Oops, tilted. Melanie Moran's here. Hey, Melanie.
Yeah. Welcome
Am I unmuted? Hey, Melanie. I should look at chat.
So anyway, let me get back to what I was sharing.
What else?
I got over to
Big Skinny Matthew is here. Big Skinny's here.
Yeah.
Jen
They're all here.
T.I. Murphy's here. Melanie Moran's here. Daniel Becker. Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing. I'm chatting out while you're doing
in the show. Everybody loves Sue Finelli. They're all here.
Sean Osborne.
We got her in the show.
Sean Osborne. Daniel Becker. Okay.
All right. I got it working.
Nice. That was the chat.
All right. So you said maximize.
Maximize,
okay.
Right? And then see down at the bottom where that big blue pause is.
Yeah, this one. You think this one?
At the end, maybe that one shoots you to the next one. The fast forward. I think that might work. I'm not sure. Like so. Instead of having to go back, you could try that and see if that prompts you to go over to the next one.
So press and hold it.
And
okay.
Then we're going to try my way.
It might have worked. Dude, this might be a breakthrough for my show, guys. You guys have no idea. This thing's been, let's see. No, it just plays it again, dude. It just plays the same one again.
Wait, let it go one more time.
Try it again. Go to library, play again.
Just don't do anything so I can look at your screen.
What does this say? Press and hold to fast forward.
You see how one of the options is play previous list?
Yeah.
What if you went to the back of the files and started working your way back? Because it would play the previous one.
Good call.
Oh, well, what's the previous list, though?
Yeah.
Return to what you were playing previously? I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, but go to the go to the.
You can make a list really easy.
It just played the video again. Oh no! This is the Alcatraz video. This is Alcatraz. She sent me a video. This is Alcatraz, dude. Look at that.
But then at the end,
yeah.
At the end, just see if
it worked.
Yeah,
play it out.
Yeah, until
I'll tell you my way in a second when you're ready.
That's Alcatraz, huh?
Yeah. That's the island of Alcatraz. That's the prison. I know someone who was in there. I know someone who was in Alcatraz, an old guy. My landlord where I live right now was in Alcatraz.
Huh.
Yeah. He's old. He's Greek.
I know that area.
So cool. All right, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna press that thing again. Go to library. Oh no, it didn't give me that choice. It wasn't.
All right, you gotta read.
All right, but that was Alcatraz. You played that one. All right, so let me start up here and I'll do.
It wasn't at the end of the video either. That's why I think you didn't let it go to the end of the video.
I did it. All right. I'm gonna start at this side and go back and see what happens. If this one
Okay, and
you can play
then
now.
try my way.
I did it my way.
I'll try it. I didn't hear what you were saying, but yeah, I'll try it your way.
I haven't told you
try
yet. I
anything
said
at
when
this
you're
point.
ready, I will tell you.
Okay.
Hi,
All right, we'll get to it.
I got 3 ways in one.
Why is it being
So
such
now
a
you're
ball
here
buster?
though, so
Look, it's saying that I clicked on
it'd
it,
be
right?
easier just
You see
to
it right
click
there?
them on manually and click out. Just remember where you're at.
I know it would, but of course it's not going to play. I had the whole show lined up and everything, and my computer's
It
acting up
is.
tonight.
Here it
Here
goes.
it is. Here it goes.
Hi, hippie shake.
Oh. So we noticed
Ooh.
they had lights on the floor, but they ended up lighting up.
Ooh. Yeah.
At first we were just checking them out because they weren't on. So let's see. Pray please. Oh, I should have said go to library, right? No. This might do it. Let's see what this does.
You should do it.
It's a
You
tough
should
call.
try my way for a second, maybe. Or you can just continue.
All right, what's your way? What's your way, Singe?
Click out. Exit.
No, let me know. What do you want me to do?
I know. I'm telling you. Exit.
Exit the whole
Hit the X.
thing?
No. Hit X
All right.
up in your right hand corner. Whenever anyone says exit, it means hit that X right there. Exit. There you go.
The close button.
Exit.
Okay. All right.
I'm training you. Nope.
Yep.
Go back to your files. Okay. Whatever. Go back to that file.
I got an idea. Wait, I want to try something else real quick. Because I can go through. I think I can share it a different way. Real quick. I'm gonna try sharing. I'm gonna try sharing through. No, I'm gonna try sharing through StreamYard because you don't.
We
you don't
were
know about
almost
sharing through
there,
StreamYard.
like seconds away.
Hold on. If I share it as a video file through StreamYard, it might work better because.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use StreamYard. I've never used it.
No, I know. I know.
That I can't help you
That's
with.
fine,
I can only do your
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll get to it. Desktop.
And I don't know how your computer works either, so I would have to. I don't even know if my idea
This
is going
might
to
work
work.
better.
So who knows?
This might work better.
Let's see what we got here.
So we were. Hey, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what works better. Okay, so we were looking at that one. We saw that one. We saw that one. We saw Alcatraz. Trying to see where we were. Damn. I'm not even sure now. All right, let's just see if this works. All right, I tried to share it through the StreamYard this time instead of going out. I did it within the system. Let's see what happens. It should do it. Or is it still gonna? Yep. Let's see if it works better like this. Oh, it kind of does. Look, and then I can put us at the bottom.
That looks a lot better.
Yeah. It looks a lot better, right?
Yeah, way better.
Nice. All right, cool. I figured it out. I figured out what I gotta do. But is it glitching out or is it moving?
Right now, it's paused.
It's paused. Yeah, so that's not better. It's not better at all. All right. Well, what can you do?
Woo! Right on. Woo!
Trial and error. My computer's from 1997, people. What can I tell you?
I think that's okay.
Okay, try it my way.
All right, let's try it now. Now we do got to try it his way. Okay. I got to figure out how to get this off here. This is fucked up because this is going on its own. I have no control over this. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. That's gonna stay there. Okay. Share screen.
Maybe we should do something else.
That's our background for the night for now until it goes away on its own. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Cool. All right. So where was I at? We looked at. I know where I was now. All right. What you want me to play it, and then you're gonna tell me where to go after that?
No, don't do anything. Okay. Click in the bottom right hand corner. No. Kick that off.
Hold on. Just let it. It's 2 seconds. Let this
do it my way. I've been waiting very patiently.
I will do it your way. I will. But
then I don't have to tell you anymore. I'm just going to get it off my head. So
yeah, you want to get it off your chest and stressing you out. That's the goal.
Otherwise, I got to keep it in my head. I want to think of other things. I want to delete that from my memory.
Each one of these is only 2 seconds, so this one played. All right, what do you want me to
do? That,
tell me what to do from here.
Just click on these. Okay.
All right.
Click up. Exit out. Go back to the files. Right there. Stop. Right. Left click in the bottom, the white area in the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah, anywhere where there's no file.
Anywhere it's white.
Yeah. Right. Left click. Okay.
All right.
Did you left click?
Yeah, it says view, sort by, group by, refresh.
You left click. Huh? Okay, now go over there in the white area and right click.
Right click. Nothing.
Okay, hold on a second.
Sometimes he comes up with good stuff. That's why I'm humoring this. Like, he's really smart with computers.
Okay, so go down in the far right corner.
Mm-hmm.
In the white area.
Yeah. Solve PC issues.
In the white above it.
All right. I thought you were going to solve all my PC issues.
Go up. No, a little bit to the right. No, in the corner of the white area, below everything, to the right. Right, and go there. Down. Yeah. Down. In the white area. Just
dude, the whole thing is white.
I know, but in the corner.
In the very corner.
Right there. Yes. Okay. Click left. Pull up. No, you can't do it. You need to select them all and play, dude.
Oh. All right, let me try that.
Can you highlight all of them?
That's what I'm going to do, yeah.
What I'm trying to do. Grab them all. Okay. I don't think you were left clicking, like I said, because that's what you're doing now.
Right click.
That's what I wanted you to do. So grab them all. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get you to do.
All right.
And then right click.
Are they all highlighted now? They're all highlighted? All right. And then just press play.
And you should right click, play all.
Now it changed to play selection. All right, let's see what it does. If we might have to watch them all over again, but
no, right click, play all.
All right, they're quick anyway. All right, let's see what it does.
They're all doing on my screen with my file.
No, it's working. It's Singe is working. You're just on a 2-second delay.
Okay.
You got to remember that.
I'm looking over here and see if I was right.
It's working. Singe, it worked. You're brilliant, dude. See, I told you he's right sometimes, man. He's right sometimes. Look.
Now I don't have to think about it anymore. I can delete that from my files. Thank you.
He was right. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Singe, you were right. Let's see if they all play now, or if it's what is it going to do? Is it going to play randoms? Is it going to play them in order? How does it? What makes this thing tick? All right, so this is the fairgrounds. Oh, it's nice. It's like a slideshow now, dude. It's nice and smooth. This is working. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Wow. This computer has a sticker on it that says HP Pavilion. I was reading it yesterday, dude. It says the perfect PC for digital photos, videos, and music. Okay? It says right on it, it's for videos, photos, and digital fucking shit. And it's been glitching out like crazy, you know? But look, it's working. I think I just need to learn how to use it properly. I mean, it's a PC, dude. I just probably got to buy some RAM for it, you know? That's what people are telling me.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah.
So
you could probably get it for like $40 or something
for RAM. Where do you get it? You got to order it online.
I can send you a link. There's a place called Discount Computer Depot. I get a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need just a cheap
most
RAM.
of my stuff is used. Like I had a budget when I was started, so I just started out with some used desktop stuff, and and it seems to be going all right, but I like the idea of being able to pop open the hood on the computer and, doing some adjustments. I didn't want to learn how to do that, but the computer came when I ordered it and was missing those things that I specifically ordered. So I had to install them myself.
Yeah, I remember what you were telling me, that I should build the computer myself from scratch. Like I didn't build it; it was already working. So I understand. If I built it myself and put it together myself, then I would understand it more. Like I would understand how it works more.
It says working, or is there a great fire?
Oh, the Great Fire. I can't click it while this is
I
playing.
know, I just messing with you.
Sid, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
Is there any way to get Sue in here with us and describe what she's
She will. So she's eventually. She's warming
She,
up to it.
she doesn't turn the camera on.
Sue had a tough week, I think.
she did.
Past
Okay.
week.
Yeah,
But she's doing okay.
sometimes it's like that.
I've been checking up on her every day. I've been calling Sue. I checked up on Sue every day to make sure she was all right.
Nice.
And she's
Good.
doing better.
That's cool. I do it like once a month.
Look, she got out today and she got
nice.
Dude, look at this shit. And it's beautiful,
Look
you
at
know. The pillars around me, they're not they don't even have color to them anymore, you know, because the weather is nicer out there where you guys are. The weather sucks when the winter time comes and it snows and there's rain and sleet and salt and everyone's throwing fucking salt and shoveling, and that's a flat earth asterisk, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's older too, right? I mean, maybe not older, but it seems like back east is older than the west coast.
But you know, Sue, she's really been like, she loves the boots on the ground stuff, right? You see how big those fucking doorways were?
Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up.
You know,
but yeah, she loves the boots on the ground stuff. She's been going out on her own and filming, and she likes it when we go over her stuff, actually, because she just likes us to, going over it. She likes to hear what we have to say about it.
Look at that.
But what were you gonna say?
I've heard it. I've heard it theorized. I think maybe it was John Levi that said maybe there's two of these places, because I've seen other analysis of this building of the Palace of Fine Arts left at San Francisco, and in some photographs the columns have those striations, those lines in them. And then in other photographs, it's the same building, but the columns are completely smooth. They don't have the striations. And you can see it from different angles too. It's not like just an effect of the camera. It's like it appeared to me that there's a legit one that has columns that are smooth as glass, and then there's one that have the striations in them. It's different kinds of columns.
You see this, Bill?
Yeah.
Do you see what I see?
The oculus at the top?
To
the
me,
vaulted ceilings?
Yeah. All right. So that was for the sound frequency, but also in the center of the dome, right? If you look at the design around it, it almost looks like a star or a sun or something, like a Polaris.
Could be.
And there's a Polaris in the center of all of these, most of them. And this one kind of looks like it. The way that they have like a little one, a big one, a little one, a big one, a little. It almost looks like a star maybe.
Right.
In the center. That's what I noticed anyway.
It reminds me of bees.
Yeah.
Honeycomb?
Yeah, honeycomb. Oh, look, this has faces all over it. Look, it has like a pirate or something sticking out right here.
Right.
That looks like a pirate hat.
So strange. That is cool.
Yeah.
Then there's photographs of them tearing this down.
That's not even supposed to be there anymore, you're saying, and it's there.
There's a head on top. See that?
Maybe there was two of them.
I mean, that's what I'm leaning towards, because I think, if I recall correctly, they bulldozed most of it, and I thought they even had photographs of them bulldozing the Palace of Fine Arts, because there was a renovation project in the 70s or 60s, I want to say. There was a renovation project on it, but some people think that it was completely destroyed. It's so confusing to me that I'm not sure. It's been a while since I dove down each of those rabbit holes, but San Francisco is just kind of a big puzzle altogether.
Yeah.
Because how does the city, I mean, you've seen those aerial photographs that they took from the dirigibles after the fire. I mean, unless those photographs are like smudged or drawn on or painted, I mean, it shows complete devastation, where there's just smoldering ash where buildings were, block after block after block after block. I mean, we're talking a few square miles of buildings reduced down to their foundations. and then you look at photographs 10, 20, 30 years later, and it's completely built out into an old world city again with the old world architectural style. It's so strange.
Yeah. And you know what else? This is cool because now that I figured out how to do this, it sucks that I had to figure it out during the stream, but now that I learned it, my streams are gonna go smoother every night now because I know how to set it up like a slideshow. So yeah, we were looking at these. We were looking at these and we were like, is there anything under there? Are those put in? Were those already there? I was thinking like maybe they were already there and then they put a light in there just to use it up. It was like a porthole or like a coal hole or some sort of gas thing, a pipe or something, you know what I mean? Or maybe a sewer or drain. And it was just there anyway. And then they decided, hey, let's just redo it and put a light in there, you know? I'm not sure. They look old.
Yeah.
They look like they were there. Look at around it, it's like brass.
It does look like there's some repurposing going on there a little bit.
In Boston, Bill, we got like these old parks, right? And at the parks, they got like these little metal grasshoppers like stuck to the ground and stuck to the curbs and little like ducks and all these different little statues that are like belong to. I'm surprised no one even, no one messes with them, but it's like they're like nailed into the ground, you know? It's like I'm gonna start taking pictures of them all. I'm gonna go around Boston and get them all, and that's what that reminded me of. There's like things that they're so old, you can tell they're not. They've been there forever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some bricks. I love the bricks. We love the bricks. So that's a big door. That shows that the other ones were doors, maybe, or the other one, or that was a window, and they made it a door.
I've got one of those 2 blocks from my house where the basement, you can just see the top of the basement brick curving over where they put a sidewalk all the way up to the top of it.
I went back to the house that they knocked in on itself, Bill, and they're starting to cover it with dirt, and now they have tar, and they're gonna cover it with tar. You know, the one that I've been keeping my eye on?
Man.
So that's what they did. They just caved the house in on the hole, however deep it went, and then they filled it over with dirt, and then they filled it over with tar. And that's what they're gonna do, and then they're gonna pave it over. So who knows? Like they just did a real shoddy job, dude. You know, they didn't dig it up to see what was underneath the house and see how many levels it went under the ground. One guy said 5, one guy said it went 4 feet.
I mean, if a shoddy crew can do good work like that, I mean, imagine what is. It scares me to think of what like a professional crew of like 100 could erase. Really, you could in on its footprint. Clear out the basement area and just bring it all right down into the middle, and then flatten it and build on it.
I love these type of angels. I don't know what they really are, but like they're obviously angels, but I don't know. They might mean something to them. They might mean, something more than what we know. But I love them. I love that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. You look up and you see an angel, it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So, Bill, these things right here,
mm-hmm.
This thing on the right?
Yep.
I was told that they used to hold energy, harness energy. They were like generators or something. What do you think?
It very well could be. I mean, they do kind of look like a vase with a cap on it or something.
Or an urn, right?
An urn. And I do recall John Levi speculating that those were urns.
Yeah.
And he speculated even further, thinking that maybe those were the remains of giants because of the size of the urns.
I love it. It. That makes sense, dude. Because all right,
Chinese buried their dead in urns like that and then put them in the ground, or set them. Actually, they just set them around.
Huge, big urns like that, big ones like that, like made out of stone.
Yeah, and San Francisco had a huge Asian population. From further back than I think the Asian population in San Francisco goes way back.
Team.
Yeah.
The sports team is the Giants, dude. The San Francisco
the Chinese ones aren't huge like that, but they're just that they have the same look.
Right.
I mean the ones I know.
That's what
people in it.
Me and Sue were talking about the sports team being the Giants. Oh, look at that. Oh, Yeah, my
Yeah,
I think the StreamYard is making the pictures look a little blurry, but because
it's
when she sent them to me
That's pretty good.
in the phone, it looks pretty good to you guys. It must be my shitty
yeah,
monitor
it's
then.
fine. I'm watching it on the YouTube feed too, and it looks good. And I'm watching it on our feed here, and so things look good.
You see that? You see what she
Yeah,
spotted?
the
I don't know.
swastika.
That's what it looks like. But then again, it goes on and on and on. I'd never seen one that was like, it looks like a labyrinth too.
Yeah.
That's definitely one in the middle there, but it's
Uh-huh.
also Polaris going
Right.
around in the circle and in the sky.
That's what I seem to think. It's an ancient sacred symbol from thousands of, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
I'm not sure what to think about this one because I mean it's pretty long and it goes over. Let's see if there's anything else. And there's these circles, they look like dishes. Is it with a round thing in the middle?
Mm.
Right.
This is from Sue. She showed me
That's
this
a
today. Look,
Chinese
there's another one. There's
That's
another
a
one there.
Chinese swastika, which
That's what it is?
Buddhist.
Yeah.
It's not a
Oh.
swastika, the angled one, which is German. This is Chinese Buddhism, and it represents.
I mean, yeah,
I think it represents the four corners of the earth. From what I studied.
it's
And
also
Jainism.
it's also
right?
they used to it used to be a sign of good luck too. Like it was on all sorts. I mean, all
Okay.
sorts of, it was used in
Right.
it was an
Edging on restaurants and stuff
That's
like
why
that.
Hitler
yeah.
probably used it because he thought it was good luck, like a sacred thing. He was going to win with it.
Well, he just glommed onto it. He stole it, and now nobody thinks past to what it used to be. They only think about what it was
Yeah.
used for during that period. Let's say somebody today took the four-leaf clover and turned it into their wars banner and
Yeah.
went around and tried and killed people all over the world, and their logo
Yeah.
was the four-leaf
Turn it at an
clover.
angle and change it to black or something.
the death clover.
So future generations would think that the four-leaf clover was horrible, just
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
just the stealing of ideas.
I need to make an avatar for when I shut my camera off on this thing. Just an R. I need to put like my picture there or something because I'm doing it a lot. Because it
There's
screen shares
so
it does
many
screen share
things.
better.
There's so many things to do, Ray. I mean, with buttons, I gotta admit, I get overloaded sometimes, so I just go back into the studio.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my true passion and drive right now is in the photographs and the films and creating the short movies and the films.
Yeah. And they're awesome, Bill. And you've been doing fucking great, man. And people have been noticing, not huge people, and like John Levy and everybody, dude. Everybody's been noticing that how awesome you are, and I seen it from the beginning, dude. I seen it from the beginning. That's why I always stayed close by. I was like, this guy is going places. He's taking me with him. And I jumped on. I latched onto him, and now you can't get rid of me, Bill.
What are we looking at here?
I'm like Bob Wiley. What about Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been here, I think.
That's funny. Yeah.
I've been new there.
Oh, this is the good one. All right.
Glass.
Pavement glass. Sue found, dude. It took me years to find pavement glass, and Sue found it today. Look at that. Look at that. It is big square ones. You don't see it. Look how you don't see square ones like that everywhere. You don't just
You
go
can add
walking
those
down
to
the
your
street.
picture collection. Get a whole collection of them.
Yeah, I love it.
You can then you can
so we
put
had
them together
Sean-
in like a
Sean
collage.
Osborne found some.
Like
Look,
all
see,
different squares.
it looks like it just looks like a
I could do that.
stone. If you were walking on this, you would just think it was a stone, like a different color, maybe a tile or something,
So
or a
nice
design.
artistic. You're like, oh, that's
It's
artistic.
not. It's a very old piece of glass that they pour. It was like they don't make glass the same way. They used to pour it, and it's uneven. And when you touch it, it feels like a piece of sea glass, but it also feels like a brick. It looks like a clear brick. It looks like somehow they took a brick and they made it translucent. It's amazing. and some of them go through the ground, and you can see they go underneath. And that's what they were doing, was lighting. They were using these as a type of sunlight, a type of free energy to get sunlight into the ground, a primitive way to just get. There was things under the ground, and they were trying to light it up, rooms, buildings, everything.
That's amazing that they had the skill. I mean, that they had the infrastructure and the skills in place, after that.
Yeah, look how far. It's almost like this one almost has like a green tint to it. You see that? Like an emerald.
Right.
The one I found has like a purple. All the one I find has like a purple tint. I have a piece of broken glass somewhere. But look how far. It almost looks like the Freedom Trail. In Boston, we have this red brick line that goes through that Paul Revere Road. And it looks like that, but it's instead of having glass, it has all red bricks. So it makes me think that maybe the Freedom Trail was glass and they changed it and put bricks in and said Paul Revere Road through.
And what did he yell?
One of these.
This one's for Brian Stavely. What did he yell when he came through?
Who?
Paul Revere.
One if by land, two if by sea.
No, that was the Old North Church. The Old North Church. They said, if they're coming in by land, we're gonna light one lantern in the window, right? So that everyone will see that they're coming by land. But if we light two lanterns in the window, they're coming by sea, right? And either way, they were signaling to Paul Revere to say either the British were coming, the redcoats were coming, or the regulars were coming. So
all right, I see you're on top of it.
I'm on top, dude. I'm on top of the Boston shit. You ain't gonna put one past.
But do you know the other part? I guess you know the other part. The other one where he said none of them, and he went to a newspaper guy, and they just wrote it. Because if he had said it, he would have been caught because there were so many of the redcoats in the nearby farms.
The whole thing.
So he can't go riding around yelling anything because there's so many redcoats around. So he didn't yell anything and went to the newspaper guy, and they just made it dramatic. That's the other story.
Do you know what I think? And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I stand by this. If I was Paul Revere and I was riding on a boat, a fucking horse, if I was riding a horse and I was Paul Revere and I was warning people that the British were coming, or the redcoats were coming, or the regulars were coming, I would have yelled everything I fucking could. I would have been like, come on, people, they're fucking coming. The British, the redcoats, the regulars, they're on the way. Everybody, get the fuck up, wake up, like fire, fire.
It makes more sense, because you
ain't gonna just yell one thing. You ain't gonna just drive through like clop, 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 clop. The British are coming. Clop, 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 clop. The British are coming. Clop, 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 clop. The British say the same thing over and over again. You're gonna be like, they're fucking on the way. These motherfuckers, get your cannons and you fucking load your muskets up.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured. But whatever.
I bet it happened just like that too.
Yeah. Like, get ready, boys. We're going in. It's either you or them. Type of shit.
Did they do any of that New York? Hey, I can't even do it. That New York call you do to your buddies. Hey, what do you do?
Ooh, that's what I do. Ski.
No, you're like, hey, or just I don't know. I'll remember next time you do it.
Hey,
your little New York yell to each other.
I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about?
It's like you told me about it before. You did it a couple of times.
Did I?
Yeah.
I have a.
I don't know. It's a back east thing. I'll remember it.
Yeah, when you remember it, bring it up.
It's like hey, or whatever to your.
I go hey, like that. Fat Albert.
No, the other one where they yell back something. It's funny. I'll catch it when you do it next time.
All right. Let me know. Let's say
there were 1,000 British troops coming. If there was 1,000, wouldn't they just get annihilated? I mean, wouldn't the people around Boston just go, "Oh, it's those guys over there in the red coats"? Just when they walk by, shoot them. I mean,
It'd be stupid to wear red, right? Like in blue, like red and blue, like red versus blue. Like that would be so stupid. Then you know who to shoot. Like, and how, yeah, that's right. When you're in war like that, if they weren't wearing colors, how would you know who to shoot at? You'd be shooting at your friends. You'd be shooting your family and shit by accident.
But you and all your buddies and your neighbors would know exactly who to shoot at when they got close. I mean, it just seems like a suicide mission by the British to just start marching around in the countryside, like.
Yeah, I think that if it was any of it is true, I think the British got sick of dealing with the American colonies and they wanted to just bail out anyway, dude. They were like, all right, this wasn't, we're gonna just hand it over to the New World Order or whatever by now. They were just part of because we all know that like the countries don't really run the country. Like it's all being run by the same people somehow.
Yeah.
But this thing right here, this square, proves that there's something under there, right? It goes under somewhere.
Yeah, service.
That's what I noticed. This is all the light, this is still the glass, dude. She said it goes on for like 4 miles. 4 miles of pavement glass.
So I guess my point is that after let's say a flood did come through, I don't think they all happened at one time. I mean, I think there may have been sectional ones, like because who stands to gain from a mud flood? I mean, obviously, as soon as they still had building capabilities somewhere nearby because they were building the street lights and the pavement glass and then the columns to walk on. And what if it was just all kind of a business decision to flood certain areas? Like the people that own the people that own the construction companies, people that own the concrete companies, the people that own the the whatever, the carpenters.
Yeah, I know.
What if it was a monetary decision?
I've seen a lot of videos lately on different theories on mud flood and different things people are saying, and the different ways people are saying they could have done it. And like it's getting intense. I mean, I'm starting to think it was done on purpose too, Bill.
It does.
Some of them, maybe not the original one that melted everything, like the main flood, but like some of these smaller, newer resets, I bet you were done on purpose. Like they might have used the first one for an example, and then they were like, all right, we're gonna just mimic it ourselves somehow.
Yeah. Right? It's hard to say how many there were. I mean, I get the feeling that it's more than one by a long shot. I mean, I could be wrong, and I don't have any way to prove that. But to me, researching city after city, I just get the feeling that these were like individual. Some of this like were individual attacks. Like maybe they went from city to city and said, like that construction company that.
What if they didn't even all happen? If they all happened simultaneously, like different times? I mean, like not all at the same time, but like they're like, all right, we're gonna go flood this Massachusetts today. Tomorrow we're gonna do Chicago, and then they just told us they all happened within the same time. We weren't really there. It's like 1,500 years ago, whatever. Whenever this shit happened, we weren't there, and there's
That's
no way.
A lot of the glass right there. Wow,
it's hard to even imagine that much time. Try to think of how long a year is. Like what you do in a whole year, everything your body does, what you go through, right? And then multiply that by 10, like what you did in the past 10 years, what your lifetime was like in 10 years. And then think about a whole person's lifetime, maybe like 70 years, right? Someone that that passed away, right? And then you think about their life and you think about all the things they done, right? And all the things they saw. But like 500 years ago, dude, nobody fucking knows, dude. Come on, dude.
No. I think there's missing. They've removed time. Like I think all of this architecture it wasn't built in the mainstream narrative. All of this wasn't built since America became a country. I think this architecture is much older, and that it took way more people to do it, and there used to be way more people here.
I think that was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Did it? That was smooth. Thank you, Singe. Singe is like my technical
I
guru.
waited patiently too. I let you try all your ways. They're like, no.
I know, Singe. You knew that. You must have knew the whole time that your way was gonna work, and you were just. He was like a ninja.
I was so frustrated. Okay. I was so frustrated. I was like, be quiet, Sid. Be quiet, Sid.
You're like one of those monks that stand at the top of the mountain and like you let a fly land on your nose and you just don't even touch it. You're like, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you, you know? Yeah.
So I'll click on the in chat. I put on it's just like some windows. We're gonna look at really like in a minute or two.
What happened?
Just look at it really quick. You might find them interesting. I started looking at them. I was like, wow, there's windows blocked.
Oh, yeah, you got it?
Everywhere. They're everywhere, dude. I just like, I could get thousands of these pictures.
Still here. Let me remove this from the stream. Hold on. This my thing is still in the studio and I don't want it to glitch out. Okay. Start a new screen share. Is there sound to this, Singe?
No, they're just pictures in the Google
cool.
What is it? Link.
So no, when you share the system audio, that's when things start getting echoey. So I don't share the system audio with pictures. Only when it's a video, I share the audio. All right. So here we go. Google Links. These things are awesome. These Google Links, whatever they call them. All right.
They're really working out.
They
work for videos too. It's amazing. It works for videos.
Yeah, and it helps me send a thing from. I don't have an SD card, so
it's saving my ass too. I'm like, wow.
What are we looking at?
Oh, I didn't know about that one. It just looks really neat. That one just looked beautiful.
It does look.
Are we moving into Boston?
Plants, I love that. We will.
I don't know where these are. These are all random.
Yeah, we're gonna go. This is what we're gonna do, Bill. I'm gonna show Singe's pictures. There's like 4 or 5 pictures right here, Bill. Right, and then I'm gonna play a song, and then we're gonna come back and go to Boston.
Oh, you're gonna play a song and then his stuff. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, then we're gonna go into the Boston thing.
Because I could use a little break.
So, we're gonna take a quick break. All right. So where is this, Singe? You found this on your phone, or
these are all random pictures. I don't know where. You can look at the bottom of the picture. It might say on the picture.
Oh yeah, red brick. Yeah, you're right. 19th century high resolution stock, red brick building facade. It says it's a facade right there, but I don't know. It looks like that reminds me. That looks detailed. Like it is. That almost looks like one of those brick making, melting things, right? Right.
Different brick. You know what I'm like, why'd you close such a nice area? I would leave that open. Why would you close that?
Yeah, it looks like
so
a kiln,
beautiful.
But they closed it.
They closed up something beautiful. Yeah. With crappy brick.
I know, right? They
wow, look at that one. It blends in perfectly. What the heck happened there? We're just going to build this extra thing on this beautiful. What?
It's like half of the workforce would have had to have been brick makers, it seems like. I mean, they would everybody who was building shit, half of them would have gone over to the brick manufacturer.
That one's weird.
Because there'd be no way to keep up with all the bricks.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't even look at these again. I just saved them and boom, I never looked at them.
Normal people that don't look at this type of stuff, they'll just walk by this brick thing and they won't notice that it's like all
they won't even notice that it's there until you point it out. No.
Yeah.
Plus they probably
it's almost like the Mandela effect when things.
Whoa! Look at that one. It's all the same brick too. Holy crap! Why would they do that? It's like, okay.
Yeah, it almost looks like that might have been. I don't know.
Close that opening. It's like dig a hole. Now fill that hole.
Yeah, Singe. It almost looks like they might have like rode horses through there or something. You know, like it was a passageway, but now they closed it up because they don't want no one going through. All right. I see things like you see this on top of this window, these lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see things like that all the time on the top of the windows, Bill. What do you think that means?
Well, I think if it's across the top, I believe it's called the lintel. But I think when you do it at an angle, it's able to kind of pressurize itself. Like if you do an arch just right, if you do an arch perfectly, all you need to get to that capstone, and once you get the capstone in, that disperses the weight back down around the curve. So part of it's artistic, but then I also think a lot of it is for weight bearing, because they're all at a slight angle, and if there's a downward pressure, they press together side to side.
I've been noticing it a lot lately, Bill.
Yeah.
On all the buildings I look at, it's there. And I've been just keeping it to myself. I'm not really quite sure what it means or what it is. But now I'm asking questions. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to show up. I'm starting to see it more and more. Like everywhere, I noticed they paint it.
Right.
They try to make it look nice. They paint the lines in different colors than the brick outside and try to blend it in. And they paint them all the same color, like trim. And they paint the trim. And they try to cover the building. And it almost looks like it's not brick from far away. But it's even in the new buildings that they made look new. And they make it look nice. They paint it.
Look at all the different bricks.
In here,
I mean the different style or the different ages, I guess, because
it's weird.
You know what they're really good at is back in the old day when they knocked down a brick building, a lot of that shit just got cleaned up and built into another building because the bricks are still good.
They might even use like half a foundation and like half a wall and turn it back into a building. You
just clean off the mortar and then just start building with a fresh set of bricks from the building you just knocked down.
Look at these ones are like white. Over here, these ones are like yellow. And then, that's like a lighter orange. These are like red.
Hippie Shake says it seems like they're sealing off the tunnels.
Yeah, there's tunnels. I've got a tunnel to the Milwaukee Underground. It's 2 blocks. It's 2 blocks from my house, and I don't think it has a gate on it yet. There's a lot of tunnels under Milwaukee.
Hippie Shake was watching me the other day when I was at the Science Museum with my family.
Yeah,
and I was talking to her through the phone, and it was cool. It was cool. It was like a one-on-one talk with Hippie Shake.
That's nice.
Because she's overseas. And I mean, everyone was lit watching, but it was like, it felt like I was talking to her. It's the best I can do. I don't call people overseas, but it was cool to just have a little heart to heart with Hippie Shake.
That would be cool. She's going to that Flat Earth meetup in Birmingham. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Yeah.
She's been hanging out with Martin. She's lucky. Yeah. She's lucky she gets to hang out with Martin.
Yeah, she is.
He's a cool guy. He's funny too.
Yeah.
He always cracks me up.
Yes. He cracks me up too. You know who else got brought up in the who got mentioned in the
look at that one.
The Birmingham meetup? Jen.
Oh yeah, she got she represented America, right?
Or like a roundtable conversation or something. That's so awesome. I don't know if she's going there, but I heard they brought up Jen's name a couple of times in regard.
Yeah, they announced it.
I think she's going to do a live stream thing.
Oh, a live stream on this big screen.
No, but is she going to be? Is she going to be in Birmingham or is she going to be here?
I don't know.
Here,
I thought she was going to be here, but who knows? Oh. You never know. Maybe she'll end up going.
I only slightly heard it. And that's my weird brain.
That's a big deal, though.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
I told her I was proud of her that was awesome because I was the one who told her about it because they were looking for her, right? Who was it? Holistic Media was trying to get in touch with her for days. Like Holistic Media left me an email and said, "Hey, we're looking for Jen. Martin wants her in the fucking show," right? So I fucking right away, the minute she told me that, I emailed Jen and said, "Hey, you got to get in touch with them. They want you." And then that's how it happened.
Yeah,
that's how it happened. I was the one who made the connection for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was it's all. I'm so proud of her, and I was like, she's perfect to have her representing America because she's got the right attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the way she talks. Her voice, the things she says, her attitude. She's definitely she's definitely good to represent. I consent. I consent to Jen representing us for America in the mud flood competitions or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
She's definitely devoted.
The mud flood Olympics.
Or meltology or whatever you guys want to call it now. I look at it like it's all the same. Like meltology, mud flood, old world. It's all mud flood to me. Okay. When I started my mud flood channel, I didn't know that there was a difference between this mud flood meltology.
Sure.
I thought anything that has to do with building buildings and it's all masonry and it's
flood.
all mud flood. You know, that's what I'm figuring. But it's not really though. There is a difference. There is a difference if you really get down into it and you dig deeper and you look into it. You'll see it is a little different.
Sure.
Yeah.
Something happened to these buildings and something happened to these cities.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Some major force came through. Yeah.
This is a window and it's all bricked up. Like it. What the fuck did they do? They bricked it up from the inside because they didn't want no one to come in.
I don't know what's going on. It's just so weird. I mean, to try and decipher why they did things, for what reason?
Look, maybe they left one brick so they could see out. Imagine, what if homeless people broke in, needed a place to stay, and was like, we need to make this place safe, right? And they were like, we're taking this shit over. They got in and it looked pretty decent inside, but the outside looks like shit, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it. They're like, we need a place to stay, right? They're like, all right, let's brick it up so no one can get in, no animals get in and attack us at night. No one can see what's going on in here. That's probably what it was. People that found the place that wanted to live there or whatever, took it over and bricked it up.
Hard to say on that one.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to the next one. Oh, what happened? Shit. Woo. All right.
Meta barbershop. Remember when you were a kid? Well, I do. Sitting in the barbershop chair and seeing that effect? I was so amazed at 5 or 6 years old, going, wow, you can see infinitely. Mandelbrot effect. I didn't even know I was looking at. I think we live in a Mandelbrot set.
That's definitely a doorway.
That's my today's thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a doorway that they bricked
up. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even look at these pictures. I just grabbed them really quick.
He's like, what? This is your picture, Singe.
What?
I just grabbed a whole bunch.
He's like, what? He's like, boom, baby. All right.
They're everywhere. I just started grabbing. They're going to grab thousands.
Hey, hey, Singe, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
We welcome these type of pictures here. This is what we need.
I had a question. Since what was your response when the earthquake hit back in '89?
Like, wow, that feels like I'm riding on a surfboard on the cement.
Yeah. The other
night, I was on the ocean.
The other night you had me cracking.
Literally
you were like, wow, what the fuck? This is awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, it was hilarious. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Which one? The main or the big one?
The big one. You said when the sidewalks were waving, you were like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because the telephone poles it's the telephone pole. They were like 45-degree angles both ways.
Amazing.
And I was just riding it like
the way you described it. I mean, it was a horrific event, but I was chuckling because you were like, yeah, this is awesome.
Look at this. This is called Lost El Paso, the basement of the Turtle House in Sunset. I don't know. I can't read the rest. The basement of the Turtle House. That's pretty cool. That's like what? Like a tunnel?
House. Oh, that's very interesting.
I'll look that one up again. It might be Portugal or Mexico.
The Turtle House.
El Paso, it says. El Paso. So Texas.
There you go. It's down New Mexico way.
The Americas, after the Great Flood, after the big the Noah type style flood. Tunnels. They say that the first land that reemerged from the deep was the Americas, and the people that were making their way to mainland called the Americas Turtle Island. That was the original name of the Americas, was Turtle Island, because in all of the water, all you could see is this back, and it was just like a mound, and it looked like a turtle.
Those are used as smuggling tunnels, or were you?
I have a turtle pond near me. I have a turtle pond like right near me somewhere. So all right, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut anybody off, but I want to get into the Boston stuff soon. So I'm gonna play a song and then play maybe 2 songs. I don't know. Play a couple songs. We'll take a quick break. So we've been going at this for like an hour and 28 minutes now. So, and then we'll come back. We're gonna get into Boston.
Okay.
Going to Boston.
From Mattapan, going through Dorchester to get to Roxbury, just to get more fresher. Going up Mass Ave, hoping to Newberry. I need the new what? Stay new everything. I got game in the hood, swear to God, everybody know my name in the hood. And the clothes are dope, yes I must say. Threads, animals, Adidas, Johnny Cupcake. Hey girl, come here. I'm one of them boys that be in front of the corner mall downtown crossing. I'm a dawn to calm out, comprende. Eyes like the cigar sign, smoking on Fenway. I never go to sleep, never woke up. Nothing sweet, but I'm Dunkin' cause my donuts. Hi Tiffany, can we date, hun? I'm Mr. Boston, not from VH1. No! Yes! King Spider. There was ever a question in your mind? Who's the best of the beat? Stop it. I'm the motherfucking king. Beacon Hill, I know you got me. I see you, Duval. D-How. Where we at? Sometimes I want to go somewhere, man. You know? Where everybody know my motherfucking name. Everybody do cocaine, you know? It's a place like Boston, you know? Beacon Hill, Paul Revere shit.
We're back. So that was fun. That was a little break. I went to the refrigerator and got myself a juice bag.
Yeah.
A juice bag. That's what I call these things. I'm like, hey, what's up? I said to my kid, I'm like, hey, what's up, juice bag? My kid's like, what? I'm like, he's like 4. I'm like, what's up, juice bag? The kids love these. You know, these are for the little kids. I'm drinking the little kids' drinks.
There's a hip hop artist here in Milwaukee, and he goes by the tag of Juice Bag.
That's what he's talking about. I'll have to look into him. I like hip hop. I'll have to check that out. I'm a big fan of hip hop. If you guys haven't noticed yet.
Yeah,
but
you do a good job of coming up with those videos that I've never seen.
It's all underground, and a lot of it is my friends, and a lot of it is people that I know, and a lot of it is people that rap with those people that I know. You know? So it's like when it's like when you're in the mud flood community and you know everybody and we all know each other and we all talk to each other and some of us talk to each other through other people, or like you're in the flat earth community and it's one big group. The flat earth community is very organized. I can tell you that. The flat earth community is probably, I think, the most organized community that out of all the communities, right? I think so. I've seen some amazing things. Also, then you got the Mandela Effect community, you know?
Yeah.
It's like different communities. There's a whole bunch of them. But everybody's all in the truth community, which is one big, it all falls under the truth community.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a I enjoy Brian Staveley and his research into the Mandela effect. I mean, I agree that like him, I agree it's kind
I
of
love Brian Staveley
a
and
bad
his
name
research.
to call it the Mandela effect. I mean, it could be could be called something better in his opinion too, but it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, he's
but he's awesome. He's the only reason why I even am doing this. I started watching him, and now look, a few years later.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many that he's found that I was like, what? And half of them like don't affect me because I never was into that stuff. I was too busy working. But the ones that affect me, I'm like, what? Star at the bottom of this.
Nice.
The Statue of Liberty.
Nice. Someone said
you think that would have been a point? Like, here's the Statue of Liberty. And check out the base that it's on. There's no other statue that stands on a star. They would have said something like that. You'd think, like, at least mention it. Like, look at that cool base. See that star?
We're trying.
Never heard that. I never. And every like souvenir I ever saw had like a square base. Right?
I know.
Where'd they have the star? That's like really cool. You'd want to like part of this is part of it. Like, wow, look at the torch. Yeah, but look at that base. Never heard that. And when I saw that base, I was like blown away. I was like, wow. I knew I wasn't doubting because a lot of other affect me. But that one is like wondering hard.
What I'm smoking tonight?
Is that some refined imported tobacco?
This is the sour diesel from Flat Earth Farms. Every farm is flat. He's my sponsor. Flat Earth Farms is my sponsor. And look at that. Beautiful. He's doing a wonderful job of sponsoring me. See that?
Every farm is flat, but what about that farm?
Sour diesel. Flat Earth. Every farm is flat.
Yeah, but what about that farm?
Shut up.
That farm is really flat.
All right, so
right?
you want to get so that farm, they're all flat though. But it's just funny. I think it's funny because I tell everybody who smokes weed that I know
because they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Every farm is flat, and then it makes them think because they're like, "Oh yeah, the farm is flat. The table is flat. Whatever you use to grow on, it's flat. The light doesn't move. The table's stationary. Everything, I don't know, but
that's interesting.
It's a good way to make people think about it. It's definitely. I think THC came up with that. Mike. I
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Every farm is flat. That was his thing.
Pretty good.
I stole it. It's good. I stole it from him.
Plagiarism is the highest form of.
I can remember being in high school. I was forced to go to a Catholic high school, but I just went along with it. But they didn't teach anything about astrology or astronomy or anything like that. But I guess we were all just kind of indoctrinated into the ball. So I remember going over to my friend's house one day after, I think I was a junior in high school, and he was a little older. He had just came home from his university class in astronomy, and he started, he was telling me about how fast we're spinning, and I'm like, we're not spinning. He's like, yeah, we are. Like, well, I said helicopters could just take off and then just hover in 24 hours. And he went back and asked his astronomy teacher that the next day. He said the helicopter would need to leave the atmosphere for that to work. But I remember just being being able to talk my way through it. Like, no, I just don't
atmosphere, right? Yeah. The word's fair, atmosphere. Yeah. The whole thing is bullshit, But it's tough. It's tough to argue with them normal people because they're just like, well, they look in the books and they're just like, you know what I mean? But this is what happened the other day with my son, right? I was at the Museum of Science, and there's a giant everything. There was NASA, everything there. Mm-hmm. I was inside the space capsule. I was debunking everything. All the people kept coming around, and I was trying to get them on camera, the people that work there, and I was trying to flash smack them on camera, and they kept taking off and getting out of my view before I could get them.
Not Michelle so bad. He should have.
Yeah, I was pissed. Yeah, Michelle did. It was like, you should have stayed home. So then So then, all right. So my kid looks up at the globe. There's this giant globe in there, right, on the ceiling. And after I wasn't recording, it was after the camera died. It was later on in the day. My phone died. My kid looked up and said, "Look, Dada, Earth." And he pointed at the globe. And he's only 4. And I had no idea that they already put that in his head that fast, dude. Like he watches Channel 2 and like kids shows, and there's things about the planets, and he watches it. And I always tell him, it's fake, it's bullshit. I think he wanted my opinion. I think he's getting old enough to realize it. And he looked up and was like, Earth? And he almost said it like a question, but Earth. And he left it open. And I was like, I don't believe them, Joe. I told him his name's Joe. I was like, I don't believe them. And he's like, what do you mean? And I said, I'll show you when we get home. So then this morning, I was like, you want to know about the Earth? You really want to know about the Earth? And this was when Michelle was in the other room sleeping with the little girl. I was like, you really want to know about the Earth? I put on the Flat Earth Kids show, Flat Fellow.
Ooh, yeah.
And you know what? I watched it with him. I sat on the couch and I watched it with him. And he only watched the beginning. He went halfway through. All right, I'll tell you the truth, dude. Yeah. This is what he liked the Cookie Monster and the Elmo. He watched every part that had Cookie Monster and Elmo. He was like, he thought it was really them, dude. He thought it was really Cookie Monster and Elmo. He was like, Elmo, and he was paying attention to how the Earth is shaped like a cookie and the icing is it's brilliant. And then Cookie Monster ate the Earth. He was watching it and he loved it. But then when the rappers come on, he was like, it's too loud. And I was like, I tried to lower it.
Yeah.
He didn't like the rappers and he didn't recognize the puppets. They were kind of creeping him out. And it was weird because I seen people talking about it when that Flat Earth thing went live, the Flat Earth Kids show. I was there in the chat, and people were saying like some people think that Tommy should make his own characters and his own puppets and not use the Sesame Street characters and stuff like that because they're indoctrination. And they use them. I seen someone say because they use them in the globe, but no, I think it's good to use those because my kid is 4 and he paid attention to the fucking Sesame Street ones. So
use their tools against them. Yeah, I like that.
And maybe your video will show up when they're searching for like Cookie Monster, like a globe video, and then your video might just pop up for the little kids, dude. You never know.
I like the idea of getting rid of the rap and get it to more like.
Well, I don't care. I love rap.
Lighter.
I think the rap.
Well,
I love the rap. I love the puppet rap.
If it scared him, it's going to scare other kids.
I'm just saying that's what I was paying attention. I was like, this is interesting. I was observing, and I was like, this is interesting. I want to see what my kid does. But he liked the Flat Earth idea. He was laughing about it. He liked them saying
lighter music, maybe.
When they said the globe was heavy rap. When the puppets were saying the globe was fake and the Earth is flat and all that, and they kept saying it, he was laughing. But he almost looked at me like he didn't believe them. He looked at me like in disbelief for a minute, and I seen it on his face. And he's only 4.
Already,
it was amazing. It was amazing
crazy already.
Yeah. And I was like, no, pay attention. So it doesn't matter if he believes it or not. At least he knows. At least he knows now.
Option.
There's another option.
Planting a seed.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. I was so happy. It almost brought a tear to my eye. It made me so proud to be a flat earther and in the flat earth community. And you know what? Tommy Flat Fellow is fucking awesome for making that. And I hope he makes more. I hope he makes more. Give him a shout out. Subscribe to Flat Fellow and look at that Flat Earth.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Flat Earth Kids show yet,
we love the rap.
If your kid is questioning the Earth, show him those puppets. See what he thinks.
It's all those clues. It's all those clues along the way. I started thinking about the clues that I think were probably laid for me throughout my life. That story I just told of going over to my friend's house who had just come from college level astronomy class, and the father had overheard our conversation. And I was washing my hands in the kitchen sink, and the father came in and he said, you know, Bill, he said, an old farmer told me the earth was flat. And it stunned me. I mean, it really did stun me. He said, you know, an old farmer told me the old earth was flat. Mm-hmm. And I went silent for a second, but then I said, isn't there photographs? You know, and he's like, well, and it wasn't a heated conversation, but I think he was giving me the hint, because he's like,
there's no photographs of Earth. They haven't
"No."
shown us any real pictures of the planet Earth from outer space as a ball or anything.
An old farmer told me the Earth was flat. And I was like, whoa, really? But I just brushed it off and I went straight into loving NASA. I did all that stuff,
They take $66 billion from us every day from our taxes, and they can't give us one real picture of the fucking planet. They can't figure out a way to do it.
It's funny because they make the money too. They don't even need to take it from us. They just make it. They can.
Yeah, they just
it's just like a punishment to us. This is punishment.
They're public servants too. NASA is public servants, dude, because they take tax dollars. Anybody. In my book, anybody who takes tax dollars, you're a public servant. If you don't want to be a public servant, don't get a job that they take fucking tax dollars. It's not my fucking problem. You know what I mean? That's your problem. Get a job that doesn't take tax dollars, and you won't be a fucking public servant. I'm sorry if you're a public servant. And you know what? I don't have any problem with if any of you guys are public servants. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. That sucks. So, all right, this is what I wanted to get into.
Let me say really quick. That's the first NPC I ever encountered. People in the courthouse. I was like trying to get, but no, this is real, like this. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you just said that, I know. But this is like this. Blah, 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 blah. You said that again. Oh, wow. That's my first NPC. I was like, wow, they can't go beyond the parameters.
The judges, are awake, dude. Most of the judges are Freemasons, and they're awake, dude, and they know what that's why they're the judge, dude. They're like, let's get an awake person to be the judge of all the fucking sheep bullshit, And they're like, all right, well, who are we gonna get? A Freemason, obviously.
Someone who's gonna work with them and go with the plan. Yeah.
And someone that can see everything and see through things and see in the dark and see what's really going on in a situation and judge it. And they have to put people away for 20 years, 30 years, life. So they have to make a really serious decision. Like, that's somebody's life you have in your hands, So, yeah. All right. I have respect for the judges, though. I really do. Because I had some really good ones that really helped me out.
They have to deal with some nasty.
They screw you over, but then they help you out in the end, in the deal.
We're like angels compared to the stuff they have to deal with. They have to deal with some nasty people that come through there.
Yeah. But anyway,
sorry,
I want to just get into
angels.
Boston.
We are angels, not like angels. We freaking are angels.
Boston. Oh yes, I know what'll get them into it. You ready?
Boston.
You ready? This will get them ready for it. Ready? Singe. Focus. You ready?
Yeah.
I should have did it more.
Not bad.
He worked all day on this. It's nice, but I should have
8 hours on that thing.
Yeah. He called me this morning and was like, I'm going back to sleep, dude. I went back to sleep and took a nap at like 2 PM, and he was still working on this. And he was like, should I do this? That time I heard it that time. Yeah, I couldn't hear it. I just heard it that time.
All right, get better. Yeah,
it's good. So this is what we're doing now, right? So all right. So this is all right. I was at the train station the other day. With my kid coming home, and I'm gonna get this picture. I'm gonna go back and get it, but my phone was dead. But it's there, and it's the picture that I showed on the thumbnail of this video. It looks like that, but it's in black and white. But it's the same picture, I think. That's why I put it for the thumbnail. It was Boston in 1850, right? And I was like, wait a minute, 1850? Me and Bill were looking at the flood. I mean, the Great Fire, and it was in 1872. I was like, so that's Boston before? And then it just gave me the idea, and I was like, maybe we can do some kind of comparison. We need to look at Boston before the fire, because the whole place was destroyed. They destroyed a bunch of buildings and a bunch of shit with some kind. All right, this is the story. A cow knocked over a candle inside of a fucking barn and burned the whole fucking city down with a candle. You believe it? Are you okay with that? you're just gonna go along with it. They tell you that at school, and that's why the whole city burnt down. All them fucking buildings, all those lives lost.
Well, yeah, because at school you don't care. You're like, is it 3:00 yet? Is it lunchtime yet? You're not even care at school, right? It's I didn't learn shit.
You're gonna see it.
Except I was interested, pictures. And that was not interesting.
It wasn't.
You know why it wasn't interesting? I decided it wasn't interesting because in the back of our mind we knew they were lying somehow or was bullshit. We're just like, it's not interesting. If they had told us the truth,
we knew it.
We would have been hella interested.
That's why
we'd have been like, wow.
I was in advanced.
If they had been talking the truth.
We
would have got straight A's because we'd have been like, wow, look at this. I don't know. They would have been bored. I don't think so because it's way interesting.
Ray, is that what they really said happened in Boston? Was the old candle burned down like the Chicago one? Is it the same story?
I think so. Maybe not.
It was
something to do with a candle.
They just keep repeating the script because in Chicago it was the cow that kicked over the candle and the city burned down.
Yeah. I'll have to look. We'll have to look into it. We'll have to look it up to be sure. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up, Bill. Chicago and Boston, but I don't know. I seem pretty sure about it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe it was something else that knocked over a candle.
Well, it was in Chicago. It was Mrs. O'Leary's cow that kicked over the lamp.
Yeah.
Let me see. Regardless. So what photographs did you want to get into on Boston?
Whatever you got, Bill, but I think I want to show somehow, like whatever we can show that Boston looked before the fire, right? And then I want to show the fire, like the destruction, some pictures of how fucked up it looked, right? And then like some of the same shit after the fire, like how they rebuilt it so fast and what it looked like and what buildings were there that are missing. And I don't know, just try to compare some stuff and just nothing serious, just chill and talk and we'll go over some shit and smoke and see what we can figure out. Maybe we'll find something, you know? I always like looking at stuff like that.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, if you got something you want to show, otherwise, I mean, I could.
I'll look something up. That's a good idea. We'll both look it up. We'll see what happens. All right. I'm gonna get my give me a second. Oh no. Singe taught me this too. New tab. Watch this. Boom. Get rid of the Gmail. I don't need that up anymore. New tab. All right. DuckDuckGo.
It's always frustrating because I'm like, no, move. I'm like, I'm your mouse right now. Don't make any move unless I say go. And I'll tell you the exact distance to go. Okay, that button right there.
This is cool. We got two computers working at this at the same time. This is awesome. This is what I pictured. Because now we're gonna come up. We'll see what his thing finds for him, and we're gonna see what my thing finds for me. All right, I'm gonna look up before the fire right now. Let me see.
Of your audience while not looking, bad, well then you're in the right place. Here, my name is Billy Ripcott, and I make weekly Vintage Resolve tutorials about different effects, transitions, and workflows to help you become a better editor. So if you want to level up your editing skills, click the subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date on the newest videos put out. But let's get into it. All right, so now that we're in Vintage Resolve, we have our timeline, we got our clip, so we want to add.
What's that noise? Is that coming from me?
Oh, sorry.
All right. No, I was like, I wasn't sure what it was. I thought I played something by accident.
It's funny.
All right. So, I found something. I got something. Boom, baby.
All right. What you got?
You got something too? I just got pictures. I found a whole bunch of pictures. You found something too already?
I mean,
you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Let me see if this style works.
I can minimize mine. Oh, I look like I found something good. All right. We probably both, this is going to be cool to see what we both searched for, searched for to get these. You know what I mean? Because we both do things differently and we're both going to find cool stuff. I know it. All right. So let me see. All right. You want me to share mine first? Oh, yours is already there. All right. I wasn't, I was completely blind, Bill. All right. There you go.
Let me see if this presentation style works. Like if I go to one of these, if I blow it up,
Should I put us on the side?
Does it stay? Does it bring that up?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay,
yeah, but
cool.
we could go like that, and that's better probably for now. And when I do videos, it's better when I go on the bottom because then the video takes up the whole screen. I'm learning how to do this.
So we got Boston, circa 1908, Hotel Thorndike.
Beautiful. And they got a horse and buggy outside, it looks like. And there's more horses. There's no cars. I don't see any automobiles there at all. Just all horse and buggies, right?
Yep.
So there must have been no cars around, maybe.
And then here we have Charleston Yard.
I'm going there. I'm glad you brought this up. The Charlestown Navy Yard. You know what's there?
What?
Old Ironsides, the USS Constitution, the ship, and another fighter Navy old ship, historic ship that was like in World War II or something. And there's a bunch of old bricks. It's all cobblestone down there. It's by the water, and it's really old. And there's old brick. Like that's it right there. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna film it for Mudflood Adventures and for our shows.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go on the ship, me and Michelle, and you know what else we're doing? Me and Michelle and the kids, we're going to the top of the Bunker Hill Monument. We're gonna get in. We're gonna call and get in. I went there before, but we're actually gonna go in and film it and live stream it from the top and film the whole city of Boston from the top and see what you can see.
Hell yeah.
Yep. We're working on it. But yeah, this is
Old State House.
And don't piss off Michelle this time. Be a good guy. Just be like,
well, okay. You noticed that I was pissing her off?
Just whisper.
That obvious?
You can see further. You can see further. We're supposed to. I'll show you later.
She was like running away. I was telling them, listen, all right, this is one of the things I noticed at the Museum of Science, right? I was looking at the real quick. I was looking at the Mars thing, the moon thing that they went to, and they showed they showed a radiation detector. Like they showed like the pockets were labeled, and it was like all these stupid things, and it was like radiation detector. And I was like, oh, they had a radiation detector? How did they know they were going through the Van Allen radiation belts then? If they had a radiation,
so hard to just have fun. I know. It's like you can't just have
the people
fun.
that work there, like everyone ran away, dude. Everyone ran away. But anyway, this building right here, Bill, I know it. I filmed this building.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy about it? Up on the right and up on the left now. Go back up, Bill. Up on the right and the left right there in the corner. All right, you see how it has an eagle up there? To the left of the eagle, to the left of, or whatever it is, a phoenix or an eagle. To the left of that corner right there, it looks different. Now it has a unicorn right there and a lion on the other side. On the right side, there's a lion. On the left side is a gold lion and a silver unicorn now.
Wow.
And look at it. It's not there. What year is this?
1906.
So they
what kind of style artwork? The lion and the unicorn, are they like 50s artwork or modern artwork?
That goes into the train station. Underneath it goes like 4 levels on 5 levels under the ground.
You have to show us the unicorn and thing later.
I have it. I have it on another video, and I can bring it up.
I'm interested in seeing the artwork because then you can kind of tell what year.
I went there. That's down at Faneuil Hall.
60s.
You see the cobblestones? The cobblestones? Those are all. That's all cobblestone.
1906. Year 906.
1906.
Just cut off the ones.
Yep. And I noticed like 1906, 1907 is like the most famous year that I always see they using for everything. You know what I mean? Everything's 1907, 1906, 1908, like right around that time. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes, even in my town here on the West Coast.
I know. You showed me, you said a building or something you saw, 1900 something. And I told you, I'm like, yeah.
There's 2 or 3. I only told you about one, yeah.
Look, 1904. Like none of us were alive at that time. This is the Boston Common. And that's where the train, that's Park Street where the train station goes under the Lafayette Mall. Look, the Masonic Temple, that's across the street. What year is this? So that was still a Masonic Temple. It's all new now. 1904. Oh, that's been there since then. It says founded in like 1633 on it. It has 33. Old. But now it has like all these new paintings on the outside, and there's like, dude, I filmed all this. We should do another show. We should get prepared next time, and we'll show like this old picture and then me filming it and how it looks now, and then we'll show an old picture and how it looks now, because I filmed all these places. That's what we'll
you
do
can
next time.
recreate those scenes.
Yeah, we just need to. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start finding old videos of Boston and recreating them.
You should. That's an excellent idea.
You gave me the idea, Bill. If I do it, it was your idea. So anyway, we got this dome on the top, and look at that thing, dude. That thing is amazing.
House.
Oh, now this thing is the custom tower. It goes into the fucking sky, and it has the big clock that they always show, and it like looks like Big Ben, and that's at the bottom now. Nice. And that was before they built it, and they just this construction photos of them building a huge tower to this thing. This is like the base of it now. So that's all that it was, huh? In 1849. Amazing.
They built it in 1849. I suppose. I mean, if you're looking at it in 1915, would you say, or wait, 1906, would you say to yourself that this building is 50 years old?
No. And you know what else?
No, I'd be like, I think it's from the Roman times.
Right.
Like,
from what I've been trained, with, from what I've been indoctrinated with.
Athens. So anyway,
Greece, even older. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is, all right, I went through there, right, with my camera, and the security jumped on me, dude. And I have it on camera, dude. And they come out and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was filming the windows and how it, how the place was mud flooded. And the security came out, dude, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just filming the architecture, sir." You know what I mean? But it was nuts. They have high security in that building for some reason.
Like, why are you pointing the camera at our cameras?
That right there is in the Boston comment. What year is this? Because that's still there.
You can't point cameras at people's cameras, man.
1904 picture.
Dude, she has like something biting her leg now. It almost looks like a bear claw on her leg. I don't think it's there right in that picture. But it looks pretty much the same. She's breaking the chain. You see how she's. Yeah. I was there. I filmed this thing too. I filmed this thing in real life. It's on one of my Mudfoot adventure videos. But yeah, this is in the Boston Common, and she's breaking the chains. It represents freedom or something, and she looks like a Greek god, like almost like Athena or something. It's something they didn't teach us about. Like there's all these like I called them like the Statue of Liberty looking people. You know what I mean? Yeah. They all look like they were from the same fucking place as the Statue of Liberty. Where was this country? When was it? And why don't we know about it? Because they all come from the same fucking country. Look at them.
Why did the fashions change so quickly from that to the Western side? Yeah.
Because I think they were destroyed. Whatever people this was the ones that probably were the smart ones that built everything, and they probably knew what was going on, and they were probably the ones that they flooded the place to melted it or whatever they did to fucking.
No one ever talks about the accidents either.
To get rid of these people.
Like,
they wanted to get rid of these people.
How many accidents would you have in a factory alone in a year? They never even talk about the accidents or the people.
I've been thinking about what happened to those
wasn't done in a normal way. What? Go ahead.
I'm always kind of in the back of my mind trying to work things out while I'm editing, and it's like, okay, so there was this great civilization that the architecture stretched from continent to continent, tip to tip, and they all seem to be really large in stature. I'm like, so what would have happened to them? And then I started to think, well, what if our size people were there too, and just kind of what if we annoyed the shit out of them to the point maybe they had like this pact where they can't kill. They can't do mercilessly kill, like they can't just kill things for the fun of it because they have a moral code that they live by. What if we just got to the point where we just annoyed the shit out of them by our actions, and they just said, "Fuck, we're going over to these other lands, and you're never gonna find where we went." Yeah, they're like, fuck, you guys have it. You want it that bad. It's yours. We're
What if
out
they
of
went-
here.
What if they went beyond the fucking ice wall and they're like controlling us somehow? They're the ones
Somehow,
behind everything. They're behind the government, the one world order.
Right.
It's
I
these
like that
fucking
theory.
people.
And
It's-
they,
it
Well,
could be-
why would they keep showing them to us? They're like, hey, let's put a statue of one of us in the middle of the fucking place. They won't know who the fuck it is, and we'll tell them it's their god Athena. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I like that theory because it's the opposite of they're coming here from a long place away. It's like, no, they went to a long place away.
They took off on us.
Well, they are coming here from a long place away,
they were
but
like-
that's where they went to.
I can see it. I mean, you can tell they all look the same. There's one of them on top.
That's
of
why they got
there's a bunch of-
UFOs and stuff because it's
all
great
over the
travel.
place.
They gotta zip right over here, or whatever.
Yeah. They look like they look like they come from another planet, like something you'd see in like a Mars movie, like Mars Attacks. Like, but no.
What if
They're
it's
here.
just the
I wanna
realm,
see that.
the realm next door? What if it's just
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, exactly.
sideways? Yeah,
Just
mean,
over where
extraterrestrial translates just to extra land. Person from extra land is an extraterrestrial.
just where the Concorde jet could have made it to. They're like, no, stop that.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love this stuff. I love looking at it because normal people that don't look at it as much as us will just walk by it and just say, "Oh, it's another statue," you know.
But they
Or
will
like-
tell you who's going to play the latest sports game and who's on top and what news is on CNN. They'll tell you all about that.
When I see something like this, I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, I want to know who it is, what they did, what why the fuck are they presenting them to us like this? Like it's almost like, hey, like like I'm in charge, like who the fuck are you? I never seen no one like that in my life except for a statue, but they all look like that. And there's giant ones. So I think some of them were giants.
Birds poop on them, so that's
some of them were giants. Like look at the Statue of Liberty. What do you think? A giant? Perhaps.
I don't know because I don't.
Tranny.
I think you have to climb through it. I've never been in it, but it's the video I've seen seems pretty metallic, like it was assembled, but I could be wrong. I mean, I can't rule it out, but what was I going to say?
A car transmission. That's what I was talking about. Car transmission.
Oh yeah. Let's say let's say the big people did decide to just said, "Hey, we're out of here." You can have it if you want it that bad. But there would have had to have been some people that stuck around to like for social engineering, like to introduce. You have to pay mortgages and you have to introduce how you have to pay for your heat,
and you can't go beyond this circle.
Yeah. I mean, there was a ruling contingency that stuck around to make sure that if they are harnessing energy in any way that, just by controlling people, you can create the energy that they're hoping for. So they had to leave like a supervisor group in each city, right? Just to monitor the individuals.
So like maybe earthquakes and weather could be
like
from whatever they're messing around with out over there.
It could be
check it out. It just affects us in here or whatever. Yeah. In and out. It's like over there, I guess is better to say. Over here and over there.
And they could be like helping humanity along, like like I don't know, somehow like trying to groom us.
Two factions, or more than two factions, many factions.
And control things from the outside, and like we're like a giant experiment to them, like trying to control us and see what the fuck's going on. I mean, it's breaking chains. It's kind of weird.
Palladians and the
maybe that's a message to us is to break away. I mean, let's face it. I mean, if whoever is doing this didn't want us to be alive, I mean, they could have destroyed the place, right? But they can't operate under that because they have that code they have to abide by. So it's being shaped and groomed and channeled into doing certain activities that ultimately benefit somebody else who may be located in the realm the next one over. So maybe this is just kind of like, how do you sway a bunch of people and how do we get the desired effect out of them? it seems like it's been controlled.
Do you know what that says this thing is when you go into the park? World War II memorial, or like civil, what? It's a war memorial. That's what that is. Look, March 5th, 1770. It's a war. What war? Boston Massacre Monument. Boston Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah, that represents the Boston Massacre. How? When you see pictures of the Boston, I'll bring them up if I find them in my feed when I show my stuff. But yeah,
check the video above.
They just Boston Massacre. It's a shooting. They got ran up on. It shows them getting attacked by I think it's like a bunch of British shooting like it's like a few soldiers getting attacked by a whole bunch. That's why it was called the Boston Massacre. They got massacred. But I'm not sure which way it went. I'm not sure if we lost or if the British lost. Who lost in the Boston Massacre? Do you know? I haven't really looked into that yet. Who was the ones getting massacred? Who got massacred in the Boston Massacre? That's what I need to figure out. I'll get back to you guys. That's my next.
Poor little innocent women and children, waifs, and they were just in a.
I'm gonna figure out the whole thing. Don't worry.
In the worst situation you can imagine, the most glorious, mind-numbingly.
So this is
trauma-based mind control that you can imagine. There you go.
And that's the Gold Dome up top. And look how big this building really is, right? When you go there and you see the steps in the front, those steps are huge. Those steps are huge in the front. All right. This place is huge. It takes up blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. It's in the same neighborhood as Cheers. It's on Beacon Hill. It's on Beacon Hill, and it's at the top of like a steep hill. The Boston Common is below it, and it's all the buildings around there. If you look down the grates, all beside the buildings have grates. They go levels and levels and levels down, and it's like a big hill, and they go under the hill, and there's all train stations and tunnels underneath, way down below, and this is at like the top, and the whole place is all old, and all the buildings here, like everywhere you look, have detail. It's not like you can barely film it because there's so much shit. It's like you can't fit it all into one frame on the camera, and you're just going nuts. Me and Michelle are gonna take 2 cameras next time, and one of us is gonna stream she's gonna stream from her phone on one of the channels, and I'm gonna stream from my phone on the other channel, and we're gonna get a double view. What do you guys think of that idea?
I like it.
2 phones, 2 cameras, 2 perspectives. And you guys can pick which one you want to watch.
That's excellent.
Excellent, right? It's brilliant.
Brilliant, I say. Brilliant, just brilliant, chap.
I just keep coming up with them. I think it's this Flat Earth Farms. I think it's helping me out. So we got
that's brilliant, mate.
It's making me come up with brilliant ideas. The Flat Earth Farms. So we got 1903 Mechanics Hall. I don't know if I've seen this one. This looks like it might be over in Cambridge, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Near Cambridge, but I'm not sure. It gives me that vibe. It might not even be there anymore. I don't think I've ever seen this building. Actually, I've never seen this building. I've never seen this building before in my life. I don't know where it is. I've never seen this one. I'm not even gonna pretend I do.
Daniel Becker says the Statue of Liberty is not what you think.
Yes. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely not what we think. Definitely be paranoid of the Statue of Liberty, okay? When you watch out. All right, there's something going on with that statue. Be careful. I mean, it moved from one island to the other. It was on Ellis Island, right? And then all of a sudden it's on Liberty Island and nobody noticed.
She just walked over there. She jumped.
I mean, the torch is in a different hand. So some people, I'm not really sure. Now it's on top of a starboard.
Awesome little conical things on the bottom. Oh, I love drawing stuff like this.
It used to be on just a square thing. So we got this
the
building looks like a
Armory.
castle. Boston, Mass. What is this? Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen this. This is
Arlington
Cadet Armory.
Street.
So Police Cadet, Arlington Street and Columbus Ave. That's in Dorchester, I think. That's near Dorchester. I've never been there. I don't know. It might not be there anymore. But the Armory, what is it? The Cadettery. There's one in Hyde Park. That's where the police train. That's where they train the cadets and they make them cops.
It probably burned down in a fire.
Yeah.
Simone said, "It's a man, baby." Boom. That's what we were saying. Waiting
Yeah,
for a
I've never seen it,
mustache to come up on Statue of Liberty.
but it's amazing.
So, I mean, it does have signs of windows in the ground.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Look at that. That's like 4 inches of a window sticking up. You can see it. It was a window. So what's going on? It must be half on. Yeah, look at it. It's sunken. It's not sunken. It's mud flooded.
so maybe after the Giants left, there was an era when all these cities were sparsely filled with people our size, just living their lives happily inside of all of this grand architecture, not really knowing, maybe
You know
some
what
of
I
them
noticed?
knew,
Yeah,
but then
about
like
this
each
building.
city, the wrecking crew or the controller crew, what if they went from city to city, pulled into town and said, "Hey, you're gonna follow our rules now, and we get a cut." And they're like, "No, fuck that." And then so the
Yeah,
city burns down. They burn the city down, or
yeah.
you know,
Well, like they won't go along with something the government
or,
wants everybody to do, or
or
they
they
won't sign
flood it.
over for the Federal Reserve. They won't
Yeah.
sign over for the Federal Reserve or something, you know?
Yep. Okay. So if you say no, we're gonna
Take them out.
flood your city. We're gonna flood your city. We're gonna burn it down, or we're gonna host a war here. So it's up to you. Cut us in, or you'll be rebuilding your city. And they just went from city to city doing that. I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, I could see that happening too. Actually, that's probably most likely what happened. You know? You're right.
Like
That's
a
a good
business
dude.
decision.
That's the most logical thing. One of the most logical things, if you think about it, like wars taking out cities. What else is going to take out a city? Tanks, explosions.
The same people
friggin-
that could build it, maybe they could take it down as easy.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
what if
this is
they're
important. This one is
this
Back
one?
Bay. Yeah. What
Yeah.
does it say underneath? 1904. Back
Back
Bay
Bay
from the
from
State House
State House.
Dome. From the dome. This is a picture from the Gold Dome of Back Bay. But the Back Bay, you see the water right here. You see the coastline, the artificial coastline, Bill. That's where they said that they filled it in. They said it was all that's the Charles River, and they said that it was all islands and separated, and Boston was separated into islands, and they took a landfill and they filled it in with a landfill, and then they built all these old Tartarian looking buildings on top of a landfill, and they all go way under the ground. So I think it was more like they dug the place out, right? And I don't know, it just makes more sense that they were digging things out.
Doesn't it feel like that Boston could be 1,000 years old?
Yeah, when you're walking through, those really old places, man. I hope they leave them. I hope they don't destroy them and knock them down and change, because the neighborhoods are still intact, some of them, and it's beautiful. But when you're walking through, it feels nice and cool, like from the stone in the streets. Like it's a weird feeling sometimes. You can tell like it's all marble or something. You're walking through, like it's all masonry. It's not, masonry.
So I mean, if it's been there 1,000 years or more, I mean, you just would have needed. There was probably just a shitload more people and supplies. I mean, somebody like half your workforce would have had to have been baking bricks all day. I mean, in this photo alone, how many millions and millions and millions of bricks are there? I mean, it'd be a huge workforce to create the bricks.
And wouldn't we see pictures of them moving bricks all the time, constantly? Like, where's all the pictures of them just moving bricks around? Because they would have to move a lot of bricks around to build these fucking places all the time. So we should see them in pictures, like, oh, there's another brick run. You know what I mean? Like, we're looking at these old pictures all the time, and we never see like horse buggies full of bricks going by. We should look that up. Horse buggies pulling bricks.
Yeah,
we should. That's a good one. You want me to do it? Well, I got my thing up. All right. We should do that. Let's see what happens. Oh,
And like I said, okay, so not just accidents of humans getting
yeah,
hurt,
go ahead.
Yeah.
animals getting hurt,
Yeah.
feeding the animals,
I had some
as
good
well
ones,
as the workers. Okay,
Oh, wow.
what about things breaking, like wheels and axles and rope and leather things, reins, horse reins, yeah, horse tack. Hey, no words. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
things don't go so perfectly, and if they
Let's
did,
Yeah.
even if they went perfectly, it would cost. With what you're saying, it would be
Oh,
all
this
that
is
work for
crazy.
us. And that's saying if things went perfectly, and of course they don't go perfectly. So whatever you're saying, you can times that by
There's not one picture of a horse.
probability goes up.
I typed in horse and buggies pulling bricks. There's not one picture of a horse and buggy pulling bricks. Should I show that? There's not one. I mean, I don't think it's that important, but it's not. There's not
Good
one
point.
picture. There's
I'll
not
keep an eye
one
out for
picture.
those.
There's yeah. All right. There's no. I'm telling you. I just searched DuckDuckGo for horse and buggies pulling bricks, and there's not one picture of a horse and
Jeez.
buggy. It's all like pulling nothing, no bricks. So, okay, that's cool. I believe you. I can't believe that everyone just buys this shit. So they pulled all these horse and buggies with bricks. They built these huge civilizations before the fires that they burnt them down with.
What if they, when they did a building, say they took in like 500 guys, and each side of the building got 125 people. What if they just were handing each other bricks from, and people were, I mean,
And nobody had any accidents. And everything went
right.
perfectly.
I mean, but I'm just trying to figure out ways. How could you do so much building? I mean,
if everything, even
if
if
everything went perfectly, okay, so somebody's always handing you a brick. Somebody's always handing you a brick. Okay, here's a trowel. Okay, here, it's like,
it's my break time. There's someone right here ready to cover for me. Okay, go.
and you did that all day long, every week, every month, every year. And that's what you did. How many buildings could you make? I mean, it's like,
wouldn't the society have like more of a religion based around?
It would have
like
had to have been a
the brick.
civilization based
Wouldn't they
around
be like
building
more
things.
into like?
Yeah.
I got pictures of the Great Fire.
Okay.
Wouldn't they be like having the symbol of the brick everywhere? If that was their life, they'd be like,
yeah,
I am the proud brick.
Right, so check
or they
this
might
out.
call themselves Masons. Nice.
So-
Okay, he's got a better brick than me.
Yeah, that's cool. I need a cool brick, and now I need to get one.
That's a good brick right there.
I copy everybody. So this is images
That's
of
good.
Boston, the Great Fire. Look at this, the firefighting the Great Fire. Let's look. Hide this. Can you guys see pretty much yet? It's coming up, but you guys can see that.
Yeah, there'd be more
So this
brick
is them.
lore.
This is them putting
the
out
story about the brick lines and all that.
So yep, and this is them putting out the shit, right? So this is them putting out the Great Fire. Look, this is the Great Fire of 1872, the devastating disasters. This is what it looked like after the Great Fire. They're giving me shitty photos today. Hold on.
All the brick.
But either way, it's an
brick
old
buildings
photo.
burned down. Yeah.
It's all level, dude. Look at it. And I think that this is how they found the place. Look, you see how in the back you can see a dome here and straight ahead, and then to the left is like a conical, whatever you want to call it, a conical roof and like a spike sticking up, like there on the left, a huge church steeple.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's something right here on the right you can see in the distance, everything. And then it's almost like they found the place like half melted, half flooded, half destroyed. And then they, some of it was still intact and some of it was buried and some of it wasn't.
No, that's a good point. And, I know John Levi brought that up the other day when he was watching that video that I made, that film I made. He's like, how fresh is this damage?
How fresh is this damage?
I mean, because maybe people did live in the city because there was nice areas of the city, so everybody just filled up the nice areas of the city and just left the area in ruins alone and just worked around it.
Doesn't this all look at all the stuff that's in the rubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it look like it's just all columns?
Mm-hmm.
From nice architecture with columns. Look, that's what it was. All these buildings had columns. Look at all the columns. Look, it's all columns everywhere.
If somebody told me that this was Civil War damage, I would believe them, you know. And if somebody told me that this was bomb damage, you know,
yeah,
I'd believe them.
I know,
because you can't tell.
We don't know. We don't know what it really is. But and look at this thing up here. Like the way the design is on the right over here on the left, it's like the buildings we see now that are brick and they're put together still, and they have like this type of architecture right here, you know, like the way that it's shaped. It looks the same.
Yeah. Like they had extra money to just start like putting bedazzling and
bedazzling with bricks,
with pieces on buildings. They had just that money just to throw around because I want my columns to be big. Yeah.
And they had the skill to make these bricks look like a friggin' maze or something. You know, it's amazing. It's like, what are you talking about? These people were primitive people that used horse and buggies. I don't think if you could build buildings this nice that you would even use a horse and buggy. You'd be like, ha 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 ha. Look at this. It's like, it's so retarded.
Look at the mounds of rubble. Yeah. The rubble at the bottom, it always is interesting to me because it just, are those bricks? I mean, you would expect a pile of bricks like 2 stories high.
This is brick right here. Look, you can see this wall right here is brick. That's brick. Those walls are brick.
Where did the rest of the bricks go?
This must be the building that fell in on itself, like the building I filmed. This must be all pieces of the building. But yeah, where'd the bricks go? You're right. The bricks from the building.
Wouldn't there be like stone. Wouldn't there be a huge mound of bricks, or did they all fall into the?
They're kind of, you can see some mixed in right here in the front. That's how it looked the other day when I went and seen them the house they destroyed. There was like little pieces of bricks mixed in with the big stones, but the bricks were all broken, dude, because they're made out of clay, so they just break really easily when they fall. I noticed I watched them destroy the house. I watched them demolish the house, dude. I filmed it, but. It was so cool actually being there. I seen the bricks like come straight out like they were nothing, Bill. Like they looked so strong, and then the way that they just broke this building, it was amazing. It was like the whole thing just crumbled like it was nothing. I was like,
I believe it. Have you seen that time-lapse footage of them disassembling an old world building brick by brick in high speed?
No.
Like you can take one of those things down in a couple of days. Like just the bricks come apart with pretty easily, just with a tap. They break out of the mortar, and you can just take them down brick by brick.
Yeah, you don't have to order.
And that
demolition is fun. So yeah.
Well, then they reuse the bricks.
They don't break them, right?
They reuse them, like they fully reuse bricks. Yeah.
I wish I can get rid of this thing.
Correct.
I can click on.
I think we showed a video.
Nice.
And a couple of videos ago where the guy did. Oh yeah, remember that video I showed you, Ray, where the guy found those bricks and they reused them and built an entire road.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just
recently, like 2018.
Yes,
recycled bricks.
I do. This is the view from the corner of Washington Street. This is very specific. Cool. Bill, they're being very specific here, right? The view from the corner of Washington and Bromfield streets by Whipple, right? I know those streets, Whipple Ave, Bromfield. How the hell do they know that from looking at this? This is the view from Washington Street and Bromfield? Really? You really know that for sure? Look at this fucking thing. It looks like it could be, look, it goes on for miles and miles. Look at into the distance. You can see them. It's not no fucking, I don't know what this picture is. If you told me that this was like Hiroshima, like after the bomb, Bill, I would believe you on this one too.
It looks like downtown LA Currently.
This is yeah downtown LA now. Oh man. But no, this is Boston. This is after this is the Great Fire. So this is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a winner.
I've got a growing collection of cities destroyed, photographs of cities destroyed. And I'd like to put something together where I put up on the screen a picture of a destroyed city and then let the viewer try. I mean, because you won't be able to tell between a flood, a mud flood, a war, a fire, an earthquake.
Yeah, it'll be like what you do now, like name that city, but it'll be like, what the fuck
name,
happened?
What the fuck happened? Disaster. Yeah, name this disaster.
Yo, so this thing, look at this. So we got people in this one, right? So this is what always gets me crazy about the people. I love it when there's people in these pictures because it's like, who are these people? Look at them. All right, so this guy's looking at the camera. So he's posing. He sees the fucking camera, dude, no matter what. Whether he's propped there or they photoshopped him in or whatever, he's looking at the camera, so he knows what's going on. This lady is like wearing all, why did they wear like all dark and cover their faces? What, is she coming from a funeral?
Maybe that's what they got in the casting room.
Yeah, right? And then they got this guy.
Yeah.
This guy over there, they just blur him out. Why are these people always blurry, dude? Like, you know what I mean? I noticed in a lot of these pictures, they blur the people out like they were moving or something. But like, what, So anyway, I don't know. I say they blur the people out like it was made. I don't know. This is probably a real picture. But then look at this guy. You can't even see this guy. He's see-through. There's a dude right here. And then there's a dude to the left of him that's see-through. You can see right through him.
Yeah.
I can't zoom in on it. And then, but it's like these people are just walking around like looking for, like, they don't care about this. They're not like looking at this like, oh, look at the destruction. It looks like they're just used to it. Like, they're just like, oh, this has been here forever. We live over there in the nice fucking buildings. Someday someone will take care of this.
What if those are the people that own the construction companies or the people that own the concrete companies going, oh boy, we're going to make some money now.
Oh, yeah, like looking at the building, like, what can we make this into? Like this structure right here. Like, this is going to be the bank. So like, we just need to brick up that wall. He's like, yeah, a little patch here, a little patch there. Johnny, turn that door into a window and smackaroo. We have a bank,
Because there was a lot of money to be made after the disasters because you had to have somebody clean it up. You had somebody start building, and if you own the construction companies and the rehaul companies, you'd be sitting in a pretty good position after a disaster.
Yeah, you're right. And you could not only make a lot of money from it, but you could rule over the people if you could fool them into believing everything that you show them on the news, and things like that, and get them into the matrix.
How to turn on mankind, like start paying interest, start paying taxes, start paying mortgages, turn fellow man against fellow man.
Yeah, that's the worst part when people go against each other. I hate that. So we got look at this thing. Look how far this goes on for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, right? Miles and miles and miles and miles. But you can see there's all buildings in the distance. So this is like a few blocks. But still, it looks like it was hit with a directed energy weapon or something. Like it was targeted, like this section.
Yeah.
Why does it stop right there on that line?
That came up a lot in India too. India, it seemed like half of it was destroyed, but then some of the destruction would be sitting right next to the palace, or the perfect cathedral or whatever. Like, so some stuff made it through just fine, but some stuff was brought to the ground.
This says exactly 100. It says 1872, but it says exactly 100 years ago. This is a wide view. Look at this. It shows it. So we got. I can zoom in a little bit on
panorama.
Certain parts. Yeah. It's pretty. That's pretty big. You can see it goes out over here to the right. It goes out pretty far. That's the water out there. So it goes. It was like Boston and a little bit of Chelsea, Massachusetts, over by the water in East Boston and Chelsea. I think the Great Fire of Chelsea was the same as the Great Fire of Boston. There was a Great Fire in Chelsea too. I was looking into that. It's a different part of Mass, but it's right next to Boston. It's probably the same. Maybe not. So look at these dudes. This looks interesting. It'll pop. Oh wow. There's a whole bunch of them here. Yeah, these dudes, what do they look like they're doing? Are they building? These ones, go ahead. What do you think? The ones on the right look like they're more prominent, like dressed up. This dude's doing the hidden hand. You see that?
Yeah.
He's doing that. That's the Freemason hidden hand, dude. That's 100% the hidden hand gesture. That's one of their hand symbols. These dudes are Masons with the top hats on the right. That dude with the top hat, he's in charge. The one with the big hat. That's probably why they call them big wigs, big hats. That's the dude in charge, right?
Yeah, they're like spooky, like mean.
Yeah, and they're like
they're not nice guys. You can tell.
Look, and this kid right here looks like an orphan with the shirt on, right? Like they're using him for labor. He's holding this big ass sharp fucking razor sharp fucking turbine thing he's gonna cut with, right? And then he's got this dude with him, and it's like they're watching over them to make sure they're fucking slaving for them, right? And this dude up here in the right in the corner, that looks like a kid. His face looks young, and these are probably all orphans and cheap labor that they're watching them and they're telling them what to do because these are the smart guys. These are the Masons. These are the dudes who know how to build these fucking things, and they're like, all right, do it like this. We're gonna turn this into a fucking dome. You know what I mean? We're gonna build this back up, and we're gonna make this a McDonald's or whatever. You know, he's telling them exactly how to do it. That's what's going on. That's what I see. What do you guys? You guys see anything different?
Well, I mean, I do. I see that too, but I'm trying to think. Okay, so the people that they would have brought in, they would have need to have been skilled laborers, right? Because let's say you have an army of slaves that you have, or orphans that you've raised since you were children, right?
Yeah.
And you have an army of them. Just because you have an army of them doesn't make them master builders or master carpenters. Along the way, they must have been, somebody was getting training to rebuild the cities that knew what they were doing. You know, they were, not everybody died or was wiped out because there was people there and they were smart people that knew how to build. Right. So how does that happen?
You know what it reminds me of, Bill? You know how, like, when we were kids, we used to play those games called Cowboys and Indians. You know, like some of the kids will be Indians and some of the kids will be cowboys because you watch the old Western movies and the cowboys and Indians are always shooting at each other, right? But that never really happened in real life. There was no cowboys and Indians shooting at each other at the same time. You know what I mean? That was all just made up for, And it's like this narrative of Freemasons, orphans, and controllers, and you know what I mean? It's like they're all this. It's all the same shit, man. In every picture, it's like, is this a fucking film set or did this really happen, dude?
I sometimes I do think it is a film set. What if there was that caravan construction company that I mentioned earlier? What if there was a caravan movie set that just transported like a couple hundred people from city to city? They're all wearing the same clothes. They just went to the wardrobe department. And they fitted them out, and they channeled them through the city, took some photo opportunities and got photos of them. And then when they were done with the photo opportunity, got back on the train or whatever and went to the next city and did it all over again to give the impression that these cities were filled with people, but maybe it was a photo opportunity.
Because people they
look like that. Look, there's firemen in there. Look, there's two firemen to the right. Look at this guy in the front with the beard.
They had colored clothing. I mean, dyes were available for clothing.
I know.
They had
right?
beautiful colored clothing somewhere. We're not here.
They can build buildings that nice, but they can't make colored clothing.
Right.
They have like the most shittiest clothes, but they're building buildings with domes and all
like
this
ancient
beautiful shit.
China's clothing is like immaculately colored and woven.
They're like, nah,
Even
no
some of
time.
those seamstresses from the old west.
Right.
They're like, no
Some of their
time for
little
designing
intricate
clothes.
hand knitting and stuff. It's like,
They're like,
even
just
I
everybody.
could probably come up with something that wasn't. I don't know. Was dye really hard to come by?
What is this thing, dude? What is this thing behind them? What was this? Look at it. You can't even identify it. A fire did that? Just a regular fire with like a candle and a match and a regular. No accelerants, no fucking nothing, no bomb, nothing. Just a fire did that. And then they got all these people standing around it like, hey, we got Uncle Sam up here in the front. We got firemen over here. It's like they had to mix in firemen. They had to make sure firemen were there because, it was a great fire, Yeah. And then, wouldn't there be like 2 firemen? That's it. And all these people were around. And then there's a big dude with the top hat in the back. Look at all the dudes with the really big top hats. They're standing on top of everybody. Like, look, it almost looks like a pyramid, right? A pyramid shape in the back. And they're at the top of the pyramid. And this dude up there in the middle with the big fucking hat is the top of the pyramid. He's in charge, right? And these are all underneath them. And they posed as if, and this dude in the front, he looks like a peasant with the long beard. And they posed them that way. They put the prominent dudes up top in the back of the pyramid.
It's a pyramid scheme.
What do you think?
It's a pyramid scheme.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, the pyramid scheme. That was funny, dude.
What would be interesting? Get back to that. Put their I've never done it, but put their faces through the facial recognition software. See if those guys show up at different cities.
Yeah. I know we don't. I don't know what that is, but if you know how to use it,
I don't have it either.
You should. We gotta. Yeah. But there's somebody who does, and we'll find them. If you're out there and you have the facial recognition software and you know how to use it and you got it down, and you want to come on the show and try to identify some of these guys in these pictures with us, contact me somehow through YouTube.
What
if figure it out?
If they start showing up in different cities, then we'll know we're onto something because they would have just been moving from city to city to city, doing the whole thing over again.
If we could find out their names and find out their actors from now, and we can prove that there's some type of crisis actor, for historical crisis actor. Imagine that if they had crisis actors and then they had ones that they called historical crisis actors that they just show up for these history shoots. Look at this.
Like those little things you get your picture taken with at a fair or something to make it look like it's
this looks like, what this looks like to me? A hand-drawn postcard for the Great Fire of Boston, dude. Why would you need to draw a postcard and show everybody, hey, look, the Great Fire of Boston? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it helps. It helps plant that seed in the mind for the people that didn't see it to just be like, "Oh my God, city's burned down." Yeah,
Yeah, the whole Boston.
If you fuck around, that your city's gonna burn down.
Yeah, it's like a threat. It's like like if you don't obey us. I seen a girl wearing an obey thing the other day. The obey, but she had a mask on under her chin, and I'm like, that is so wrong. She should know better. She should know better. But anyway, we won't get into that too much. So, look at this one. It's like pink. Oh, these are the good ones, dude. The Boston Public Library. I noticed they got the best pictures, dude. I'm gonna start going there and looking up old books and old pictures because I think that's where everything's. Look at this. This one says, it almost has a name on there. Centaur Linum. CENTAURLINIM. Centaur Linum. We were looking at ghost signs on Odyssey, Bill. Me and Singe. Singe had the idea. He's like, ghost signs. Did you see it?
I did catch a little of it, and it reminded me of the collection that I got. I got a little collection of those from Milwaukee around Milwaukee. I like those ghost signs.
They're cool. Yeah, we should do another show on the ghost signs together. We'll all look up a bunch of ghost signs all night because you'll never know what you're gonna
It's only
find.
one way to collect them, and that's the picture. You can't
Yeah, look them up.
hold them in your garage or nothing.
Yeah. We should do it. It's a good idea. We will. We'll do another show on ghost signs. So we got. Oh yeah, these fire engines are the craziest looking things, Bill. Remember we looked them up on the other stream, me, you, and
yeah.
Those. Yeah, we looked them up.
I used that one. I used that picture in my last film.
Oh, you did?
I mean, yeah. In the Dublin one, I said, for example, in 1872, Boston, Massachusetts burned to the ground, or something like that. But it always has the same. It has the same guys in the top hats posing for the camera in front of the apparatus. Why is the apparatus still going? Everything, and it's like a photo opportunity.
Yeah, they're like they're like make the thing we found go off. They probably found this thing there, and they're like, all right, let's see. They made it just go off. They're like, all right, take a quick picture. Like everybody pose. They're like, we'll use this for something. They probably don't even know what they're gonna use it for in the future. They just put it in the back of their pocket for when they need it, and they pull it out and they're like, look, the Great Fire. They're like, we knew we were gonna need that in 100 years from now. You know what I mean? They're so weird. They go by every few hundred years. They figure like we're like, all right, I'm gonna save this until like next Tuesday. They're like, in 100 years, they pull out a picture from like 1,000 years ago, and they're like, "This is the Great Fire from 1872, bitches." You know,
right?
We can't trust anything they say. So, what's this? It's like a different color. So, what do they do? They make it this color so you can make out the definition better. Higher definition. Oh, look at that. Boom, baby. Yeah. We can zoom in a lot better now. Look. Boom. Wow. Look, you can see in the back. They made it look. Yeah, Boston Public Library. You see? Credit them, man, because they're helping us out. Shout out to the the BPL, the Boston Public Library.
Yeah, we have one of your books. I think we got one of your books with a monkey or something.
Oh yeah, no, that's Everett though. I got their Winnie the Pooh book.
Oh yeah, you're not getting it back, Everett.
No, and their Charles Schultz. I got their Charles Schultz that says Schultz on the side, but shells on the inside.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's a man. Yeah. It's man. The librarian puts Schultz on the sticker on the side.
So you're the Mandela.
Shells. And it's
you're the Mandela burglar.
I'm the Mandela burglar. Yeah. I'm the Mandela burglar. You ain't getting that book back. I'll pay the fees. It's worth it. That's a Mandela effect anomaly. You're not getting that back. I found it in real life.
My wife, who's not into the Mandela effect at all, but I said, honey, how do you spell? I said, who's the creator of the Charlie Brown series? And she said, Charles Schultz. I said, could you spell his last name?
You're so bad.
Schultz. I'm like, yeah, Schultz. Right. She's like, yeah. I said, what if I told you that it never had the T in it? Now it says CHULZ. She said, no way. And I showed it to her on the phone. It said Schultz without the T. And she's like, somebody's fucking with you. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I said somebody is fucking with us. Somebody changed the name of this guy's that we've known as Schultz all our lives, and now it's Schultz. She's like, no, it's never been Schultz. She stayed strong to her memory. She's like, no, it's always been Schultz. It's never been Schultz.
Yeah, and Charles Schultz is one of the biggest ones for me, and it's one of the ones that most people know for sure, dude, that it was Schultz, and now it's Schultz. And whether they changed it because they wanted to steal his legacy or something and take his money after he died, I don't know, but I don't think so because there's no record of them changing it for any reason. Yeah. So they're saying this is a satellite image. All right, whatever. I don't believe it. Looks like a
from
balloon
an
image.
Airplane. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a
satellite image. That's what they said on the right. Satellite image credit. Yeah. All right, but look at it though. It looks like a circuit board to me. Circuit board architecture, right? It's all set. It's all set up like a circuit board, and that's what I wanted to. Components of the circuit board, baby. That's what we are, and it's almost like the cars are bringing electricity from place to place, and the trains and everything that moves along is helping everything move.
There's some way that the energy is getting harnessed.
They need us to have cars or something. They need us to drive. They want us here. We're like doing something for this place. We don't realize it. Driving to work and back.
Yeah.
1852. What's this? 1852? So this is a fire before the Boston. This is before the Great Fire. 1852. So this is them burning down a different building, Bill. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're burning down buildings before 1872, 20 years before. They're burning this one down 20 years before the fire.
Because apparently buildings just burst into flames made out of stone, brick, and steel.
Even the picture looks burnt, Bill. Look, there's holes in the picture right here. It looks like maybe. The picture looks like the actual photo got burnt. That's crazy. But that's just an etching. That's just an etching, right? That's not a real picture. Is it?
I mean, what would have had to have been inside those rooms? There would have had to have been a huge amount of fuel inside these buildings if we're to believe the narrative. Something would have had to catch on fire.
Yeah, what's the accelerant? What's burning up?
What's burning?
What's burning? If it's all right, from what I've been researching, all the old buildings were masonry construction, right? Masonry buildings. So that means they were built from the ground up with no wooden frames, okay? No wooden framework on the inside. So it's all stone masonry. The whole building is made out of stone. The three little pigs. The one you build your house out of brick, and you're not gonna get it blown down. It's not gonna catch on fire. It's almost like fireproof, Like you can't light a rock on fire. How you gonna light a rock on fire? Go light a rock on fire.
What's the melting point? 2003?
1080 degrees Celsius is the melting point of a brick.
Celsius.
So,
someone said 1,000 degrees the other day, but
I heard 1080, but
it's somewhere around there.
Probably
doesn't matter.
See what a welder is.
But can you get that high with just the stuff that's inside of a building? Furniture.
I know, what would it take?
Yeah.
I wonder how much Fahrenheit it is. 1080 degrees Celsius. How much is it Fahrenheit?
So welding is 6,500.
Because they tell us Celsius because we ain't ever gonna figure it out, dude. They're like, we switched their measurements on them. You know what I mean? Now they're going by Fahrenheit. They'll never figure out what 1080 Celsius is. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, why did they switch it? If Celsius works so good, why don't we just use Celsius all the time then? Fucking pieces of shit. Look at this shit at the top. Look at the porthole. This looks like it's being constructed up there, Bill.
Yeah, it could be. I always thought that was stupid. What does it matter if there's a C or the F behind it? Why don't you just start at 1 and then say this is 0, now we're at 3. Why does it have to be an F or a C in there?
Yeah,
I'm an artist.
FC, FC, I don't know.
An artist doesn't need the Fahrenheit or Celsius.
What's this
cold.
On the right?
That's all I know. It's cold.
Oh, check this out.
Do you see the side of this building? What do you got, Bill?
1,000 degrees Celsius equals 1,800 Fahrenheit.
1,800. So it's not that far off. Oh, so it's almost like
so
half.
2,000. I say 2,000.
So all right, so you're right. So about 2,000 degrees, you'll melt a brick.
Fahrenheit.
So what? Yeah, Fahrenheit. So I mean, what does an oven go up to? Like a regular household oven, it's like 450, 500 degrees, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
So you would need like something as strong as 4 household ovens together in one to melt one brick.
And it's not going to do it instantly, unless it was really hotter than that to do it really instantly. It has to be way hotter than that to do it instantly.
You would need more heat than 4 household ovens.
And plus, when they make stuff in a kiln, it's closed. It's enclosed so that heat hits the object evenly.
Yeah.
But these all have open windows and flow through
the earth,
you know.
air. Yeah.
So there's
And
going to be movement out of it.
Do you see the side of this building though? Real quick, I want to go over this.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like an old crumbled building, scaffolding, and they're like building it up, right? They're rebuilding.
It's kind of like the dinosaur theory was meant for this, actually. Instead of dinosaurs, there was actually buildings, not dinosaurs. You know what I mean? When they said that they said that smoke covered the earth and dinosaurs died. Da, 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 da. Well, no, actually, it was something else covered the earth and buildings died.
And look how big these doorways.
What if people just passed by these? What if people just passed by these ruins on a daily basis for their entire lives? Just because as a child they were taught, oh, there's just buildings that are in the wrecked part of town. Just go around them, you know, between home and work. Like, so you'd have to walk by ruins. Maybe they just sat there for a long, long time. Nobody knew what to do with them.
That's what I think, and we don't know how long because they can make us. They can make up 200 years seem like 20
yeah.
Years
It's like it's a big job to start cleaning up if you're alone. Like, I'm gonna clean that alone. Like, no, you need a group of people who want to clean it.
Time is something they created to control us. So they use time against us in so many ways. That's why they made it. That's why they invented time, to put us on a clock and fuck with us. And look how small these guys are compared to these doorways. That's what I like. You see this guy in the back? See him standing back there? That's the size of a person. And look at the fucking doorway. What is that, for a giant? Look at the size of it compared to him.
Right.
Look at them all. They're all doorways. They probably
like 14 feet people, like not giants, like 300 feet people, but 14
feet. They look like they're
tall,
looking through the rubble for like money or food or something. You know, like they're like
cigarette butts.
Through the rubble. Yeah, like cigarette butts. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, James. That's what's going on here, dude. That's what's going on.
If you followed them home from work one day, if a cameraman followed the workers home from work one day and they all went home to like small wooden houses, you know, they'd be thinking like, why are we building this building so fucking big? You know?
I know, but like, what's wrong with you? Just go take the building across the street that has like 350 rooms empty.
You could build a house. Yeah, you could build a wooden house inside one of them.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were afraid to go take these big buildings. Like, it was either too big of a building for them to handle or it was off limits. Like, they knew it was off limits. They fucking know their role and they better not fucking cross it. You know what I mean? And they know that they can't take these buildings for them.
Cursed.
Until time went by and people were like, hey, people that didn't know about the story.
Or the controllers told them straight up, you ain't getting these fucking buildings.
Yeah. Or you know, that's when they started telling people about curses and don't go over there because it's haunted. Or
they look like they're all haunted. Look at this one, has a ball on the top, a circle. This one is amazing. This is in Boston.
So let's say you move into it.
I never seen this.
You'd have to put
the great.
Oh wait! If you moved into it and you'd be cold, you'd have to break up the windows.
It's a drawing. I love seeing the drawing.
Like you said earlier.
I know they're not.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good point because you wouldn't want to break up the windows because it's so cold. It'd be like you wouldn't have wood. Yeah, you would wood up the windows though, wouldn't you? Well, they wouldn't have wooden planks.
Some have
they
theorized
could gather some bricks somewhere. I don't know. That's crazy.
The temperature was much more moderate in the old world. I've heard a number of people say that they think that the climate was way more calm and even in the old world. Like that's why a lot of the old world buildings don't have glass windows, because the climate was different. Somehow they were able to have some sort of homeostasis with the temperature and the weather. I came across some old photographs of Germany with palm leaves, with palm trees. I'm like, does Germany really grow palm trees? I don't think Germany.
I don't know. I never been there.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I thought palm trees were.
I don't think so. Only in tropical places. Like
tropical, yeah. I thought palm trees were tropical.
So you've seen them? You still did you? You should have grabbed those pictures, Bill.
I
know how sometimes when you. That's good, because that's crazy. They shouldn't be palm trees in Germany. I don't think we should look into that. We should. We have time. One of us.
We are
This guy's doing the hidden.
10.
This one's doing the hidden hand. Look.
3 hours.
Let me see.
Right
I can
now.
tell.
In
Yeah,
5
we're going
seconds.
good. We've been beating it in the head with a drum. Yo, look at this thing. Look at this. This thing. This guy's doing the hidden hand. See him with the little hidden. That's when they put their hand under their shirt like that. He's doing it. They're all doing it. They're all Freemasoned up.
Now,
Yeah,
what if it was their role?
Cold.
What if it was their role, the original fire brigades? Because they used to be, originally they were called the bomberos. And when I had my painting business, I worked with a group, set of brothers from Mexico. And they're like, "Oh, Billy, it's the bomberos are coming. The men that start the fires." I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Yeah, down in Mexico, the bomberos are the guys that start the fires." I was like, "Oh, come on, you got to be kidding." "No, Billy, the bomberos, the firemen start the fires." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow, the firemen start the fires. The bomberos start the fires. That's crazy, Bill. So it's probably true.
And then I theorize. I mean, it's all theorizing, but it's like, what if it was maybe just like a business decision, or what if it was a message of control, like, because in that old footage when you see the the horse-drawn fire brigade getting pulled out of the out of the department, and the kids are all happy, they're all following it, they're like, woohoo, yeah, the fire, they're all running and skipping along. And like, what if it was just an event that what if somebody didn't pay their mortgage payment, or what if, I don't know, what if it was some sort of business decision that, I don't know, buddy, I don't know if I would do that, because I've got the fire brigade on my side, like, what if it was just sort of a business decision? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Bill. Yeah, and look at this. This is one of those urns. I always go back and I watch the streams later, Bill. Sometimes if I sound like I'm not paying attention to you, I go back and I listen, and I'm like, everything Bill said was fucking, like, I go back. I gotta like listen to it on my own when I'm not like streaming, and I'm not working the gears, and I hear everything you say, and I hear things that I didn't hear in the stream, and I'm like, dude, Bill Miller is amazing.
Well, thank you.
You're
And
amazing.
streaming,
You're amazing.
I appreciate that. Streaming will do that to you, and thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Streaming, geez, Ray, I know I've spoke with you about it recently, but it's, boy, that is just another layer. I mean, it's in the works, but there's just so many layers to and it's, I know when I arrive with the live stream that I'll be happy with it, but it's kind of like putting yourself out there for day after day, like you've been doing. That's kudos to you. That's not easy to do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do this forever, but I'm gonna do it as long as times change, dude. Schedules change, things happen.
Sure.
Right now, this is the time I have to do it because my kids. But once my kids start going to school, and I have the house during the day, I'll fucking do streams during the day, dude. And you won't see me at night. And I'm not gonna do it every day all the time. But right now I'm having fun with it. And you know what else I do? I gotta pay for StreamYard, dude. StreamYard costs like $29 a month, dude. You know what I mean? If I'm paying for it, I might as well use it. I'm not gonna pay for it and not stream. I pay for it out of my pocket. Nobody's been really donating to me or anything like for a long time. So I pay for this shit out of my pocket, and I do this shit because I like talking to everybody, and I like having live streams, and I like connecting with the community and having you on, Bill, and talking to syngeman and talking to people from other parts of the world, because I like I said, I don't know, like there was a few people that gave me their phone numbers from like the UK. I don't know how to call the UK, dude. What do you do? I mean, is it gonna cost a lot? Like, I don't even think my cell phone will do that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I never called the UK, dude.
I love doing it too, Ray. If I had my way, I'd be doing this for a long time. I mean, sure, getting contributions to help support with the research would be nice. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would welcome it if it did happen. My favorite part is creating the films, and then anything above that any effort above that would be into live streaming. But I feel like I want to be researching and creating films, and then if I do have time, add that next layer of the live stream, because it's like a whole different
I want to
choreographed
do.
thing.
I told you, Bill. If you make a live stream, I know it's gonna be perfect. Everything's gonna be perfect. All the friggin' everything you do on there, and I want to be on it. I want to be part of your live stream. So let me know whenever you want to do it. Whenever you want to put your live stream together, I'll come over and I'll be on Team Bill Miller all the way. Whatever you need me to do. If you don't want me on every stream, whatever. I'll be a mod. I'll go inside and I'll make the chat work. I'll talk to everybody. I'll do something.
I think I made both of you guys mods. I think both you guys should be mods I think if I haven't,
You just from now on, Bill, when you're gonna do a stream, if it's during the daytime, just send me a link in a text message so I know you're on, because YouTube, I don't check YouTube during the day. I try to shut my phone YouTube out during the day now, because I'm on here so much at night that like during the day, the last thing I do is even go on YouTube. I try not to. I'm sorry. I need time to decompress. So, but if you're on, send me a link through the phone and I'll get it and I'll come over and I'll know that I'll come over to the chat or whatever, and I'll moderate or whatever you need. Because that way I'll know, because I've been missing your streams because I'm not even awake during the daytime sometimes, like I sleep.
Yeah, finding that right time is another tricky one. But but
I feel bad because you've been helping me on every one of my streams since the very beginning almost, and you've been there even on streams that you didn't show up. I know you were watching and you were helping and you were always there to support me. Yeah, you're always in the chat. You're always around, even when you're not in the chat. I know you're watching. And I feel bad when I miss your streams, because it's important that I show up for my friends' commitments too. But it's just during the day I'm sleeping. So you gotta send me a text. Send me a text and I won't miss it.
A lot of times I'm sitting here at this computer here, this screen here, and I'm editing in the film, and then I have you on this one, and so I'm listening while I'm editing, which is a good tool, just to do kind of listen to other people's live streams and listen to other people's research while I'm doing some editing.
What's this circle thing up here in the left corner? Does anyone notice that? Is it the sun? Is that supposed to be the sun? Like, what is that? There's like swirls down here on the right, and then I guess it's just the design of the paper that they drew on.
Yeah, it's probably cut. This is probably comes from something bigger, like a bigger poster, and there's designs around the edges, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, it's a cut. All right, it was just something weird I noticed. What's this? City offices? Oh, you know what I've seen? And this is what we need to look up, dude. We need to look up. We don't have to do it right now, but we could. The Boston fire log. The fire department, right? For the fire log. Someone was telling me that in the Boston fire department fire log, right here, like it says the fire department, they describe like the whole area of the place in words, like what they see. And they describe like all these like Tartarian buildings and in the distance and all kinds of shit. You can see what the firemen were really saying that they saw, and animals that aren't here anymore and all kinds of shit. We need to look it up, dude. And we need to look into it. The Boston Fire Department fire log.
Oh, wow.
I'll get to it eventually. The Centennial balloon view of the ground. So this is from a balloon, the Centennial balloon. So what, the bicentennial was 1976, right? Yep. 1776 to 1976 was the bicentennial. So it must have been 1876, the centennial, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting good, Bill. Ray's getting good. The centennial, 1876.
I like it.
I'm getting good, Bill. I've been doing my research. I've been I've been getting on my grind, getting on my research, my Boston research. That's why I'm doing so much research on Boston. I'm sticking to Boston. I'm sticking to one city. All right. I'm not putting myself in a box, but I'm learning everything about the city. And then we'll move on to like, I don't know, outside of Boston, maybe New Hampshire. We'll see what's going on. Rhode Island. Shit. What's this? Wood water pipe sheds more light. All right. Oh, wood water pipe? Bill.
What?
A wooden water pipe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A wooden water pipe, Bill. Wood water pipe shines more light. What the fuck? They made water pipes out of wood? Did you know this?
Not off the top of my head, no, but I know that there is.
This is new. We made a new discovery, dude. They made wooden water pipes. What's going on with that? Huh? What's going on with the wooden water pipes? There's one right there. It's a picture. You can tell. It's look. You go. I'll press back.
If you have really hard wood, it could last a long time.
I'm trying to think of the name
How
of
would
this
you bore
one wood.
How would you bore the hole, though?
Portland Press Herald. Wood water pipe sheds more light. Should I? How can I get to that? Oh, view file.
Fur.
Maybe.
Fur. It's amazing. Amazingly hard.
All right, that's
FIR. Douglas fir.
Oh,
that's not Douglas
yeah.
TT or TP. There's some wood that I can't think of. It's got a short name like PT. I had to paint somebody made a handrail out of it one time, and it was so hard to paint that because it wasn't porous or opening. It was just like very smooth wood. Like the paint wasn't able to get down inside of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop sharing for now. We beat it in the head. If you want to share something, go for it. I need to take a break. I need to give my computer. I need it to calm down. It's gonna start glitching up. It's an old woman. It needs to relax. So, what do we got? I'll give the chat a shout out. We got Daniel Becker. See, I like putting people up on the screen because I'm not fancy like everybody else. I don't got a way to. I don't know how they put the chat on the screen so it shows up in the video for good. You know, like they do that so the comments show up. So I just do this. Click on people. We got Jenny. What's up, Jenny? Jenny was on the show the other night. Jenny popped in. That was awesome. She was here for a while. Hippie shake. Boom. Sean Osborne. Sean Osborne had Pavement Light the other night. That was great. That was great. The Samoan Watchman. Definitely. 100% got my back. All right, we got watching my back. The Samoan Watchman is watching my back. He's the Watchman. He's watching my back.
Out of all the person
Thank you, Scott.
I've ever had watch my back. Samoan
Scott says
is the best.
Team Miller
oh my god.
Nice.
You want them on your team every time, brother.
Yeah, the Samoans are big dudes. Yeah, every time I think, no offense, every time I think of Samoans, I think of the dude from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Not Johnny Depp. The dude, his lawyer that went along with him for the ride. The Samoan dude. He was Samoan dude, and he was nuts. He was a big dude. He was a big Samoan dude, and he was nuts. Just watch the movie. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Johnny Depp, the Samoan. 1982 Mustang. Nice. GT 1982 Mustang. Yo, Ray, hook it up, Holmes. What does he need? You don't have a wrench or something? I should go through the chat. I have to do that from my phone. I'm sorry. Someone probably needs a wrench. He probably does. It sucks. I give everybody a wrench here, okay? That's what I do. I don't want anybody to feel excluded. I don't want anybody to feel like that. It's terrible. Let me see where my I don't got my phone up though. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to the cell phone. It's gone. Cell phone's missing. I gotta do it from the cell phone. I can't do it from here. Sorry. I'll give you a wrench though. I'll go back and I'll find you, and you'll have a wrench for next time. I'll have to go through the chat. Sue's still here? Sue, you're still here? Sue is a trooper. She was She was out all day. Wow. Filming for me. She's not tired? Dude, did you see all the videos she made? That was like half the show, Bill. And she was riding a scooter on a mountain. And she's not tired? Sue is a fucking superhero. Wow. Well, that might have been earlier. No, it looked like recent though. Wow. Hippie shake. Yep. I don't know how much longer we're gonna go on, Bill. I mean, I think we pretty much did it. We pretty much beat it in the head. It's like 3 in the morning.
Let me show you one more thing.
All right.
One picture.
I like how syngeman got the side view, dude. It's almost like he's like, you know what? I like how it looks like you're doing something always important down there. You know what I mean? It looks like you're working on you're over there doing something for the show on the computer.
I am. Actually, I'm doing something for the next one.
That's awesome.
I know.
So this is
hot at work.
This is Detroit. One day I was looking around at different photos. So high resolution photos. So this is Detroit downtown.
The Motor City.
And yep. And I was, for some reason I started scrolling and let me see if it comes up. Like I came all the way over here and then I went up and where'd he go? Wait. There he is. You see him yet?
Where? Oh, in the window?
Yeah.
There's somebody in the window there. Like standing, like posing for the picture or something. Like he's like, hey! Like he's like, I know you're taking a picture from way over there. Like he knew. What's going on? Is that one of them Freemasons in the window with the hat? That's crazy, Bill.
I don't know.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the
Isn't
fuck?
that wild?
Is it a statue? Is it not? Is it, is it part of the building like a statue? Because I've seen statues on buildings before.
I mean,
That's
did the window cleaners just slide open the window and go out onto the ledge and clean the outside like that?
I don't know. Is there somebody out there cleaning a window right now? Is that what's going on?
I don't know.
Or is that like a porch? Maybe there's not even a window there, and they're standing. That's like it looks like there could be something going across the top right there, like halfway down. But that could be the other half of the window too. Like all the windows look like that. That's weird. That's an anomaly, dude. You found like a needle in a haystack with that one. Because look how big that picture is, and look how small that one window is with that one. Look at it from far away. You can't see shit. Look, and Bill spotted that. Eagle eye, Bill Miller, right?
Yeah.
Eye of the eagle. That's crazy. Dude, that's good, Bill. You're good. You're getting good. I was saying how I was getting good earlier. You're getting good. That's amazing. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna I'll probably just play a few songs. Yeah,
cool.
We'll get out of here. I don't know.
Awesome.
Was that all you wanted to show?
That's all.
You got anything else? All right. So we're gonna. All right. So I think we did a great show tonight, guys. This was fucking awesome. Bill, thank you for coming on, syngeman. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna use this again, since we always talk about great fires. So.
Great fire.
One is definitely going to be used a lot, dude. Anytime someone mentions the word great fire on my show, they're gonna get this. If anyone says
Great fire.
I could make the audio come in quicker, but you told me to put it back, so I did.
Yeah, because it takes the StreamYard like a little while to friggin' it takes like a few seconds to get going. So, but this was an awesome stream. It's like 3 a.m. here. I gotta get this going. We did great tonight. We beat it in the head. We went really late, and all right, I'll play this. I got some good music. We'll play a few songs and we'll get out of here.
Thank you,
I'll probably play like I'll probably play like one song
Everybody in
or
chat.
2 songs, and we'll be done. We're
Give 'em
done.
a
So
shout.
good night.
Let's
Yeah.
shout
All right. Yeah.
everybody.
We'll give
Good night, everybody.
We'll give good night to everybody in the
Here's
chat.
GT 1918 Mustang.
Yeah. I just gave the
John
chat a huge
Osborne, who knows about beaver butts.
All right. I'm pressing the button. I'm pressing. I was looking for another song. I slept. Oh yeah, there it is.